Alright, I am medicated and ready for Castranger.
Me too.
Me too.
Feels like we're missing someone.
Who could it be?
I don't know.
All right, guys, we're here to talk about Future Daybreak.
Special cast fan Jackson, and also not talking as much, special cast fan Decker.
Decker, did we show up too early?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. We're a couple hours. Okay, we're
You
gonna
miscalibrated
go
your
time travel to
travel.
the point that we have to. Okay.
Right?
And now to travel an hour and such into the future.
Is it raining donuts again?
Cue the roll call.
Connect. Loading.
Perfect! Show running super savant. Level up! Bluecaster, super Ichi.
Loudon online. Greycaster, Bravo Lane.
Researcher of the Tokuverse. Yellowcaster, Ultra Guard.
Trauma Inducer, Northcaster, Saga.
Combining comedy and critique. On air since 2014.
Radio Sentai Castranger.
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 521.
We totally don't improv.
It's episode Unpheasant, but which one? The female one or the cool badass male one?
Wow, Lane.
The female one,
Whoever
because it
pulls
looks
up the
better.
first image.
I like the male one because he's got like a cool like cowl hood thing on. Yeah, look at that shit. That's so cool,
I'm
man.
bored.
Why does he wear the mask?
Oh!
That is a pleasant unpheasant.
I'm CIA.
Unpleasant?
Fuck, you got me going. I can't see that guy without saying, hi, I'm CIA.
No one will recognize me with this hood on.
Alright, we're a bunch of masked crusaders who get together every week to talk about Kamen Rider Super Sentai and a third thing.
Gar is back, guys. He beat the tangerine.
Turns out it wasn't the tangerine, it was salmonella poisoning.
Yo, Sam and Ella? I remember that joke in Mona the Vampire.
Wow.
That's a
Wow, we were
callback.
just talking about old cartoons, but even I brain farted on that one.
Mona the Vampire.
Mona the Vampire!
And yeah, isn't that strange? I'm here, but Emily's not.
No, it's because you two are two consciousness in one body.
You two are each other from different alternate future timelines.
You can't have both of you at the same time. Not all the time, anyways.
All right,
There's a
it's in the
limit to that.
contract.
Too much pink energy is a problem.
We've run out of our going back in time
Okay,
potion.
First, before we properly begin, I want to bring up something just so we can clear this issue. So Ichi, thanks to him, cleared up something for me. So it turns out the Gozucher weapons are not swords as well. They're just weapons, and the mechs that combine with the weapons are the swords.
For some reason, Lane thought that like the Leon Buster Go, the Tyranno Hammer Go, the Eagle Shooter Go, and the Unicorn Drill Go were like not only weapons but standalone Zords that then later combined with the Tegazord.
Yeah,
I went into fucking like full like essay explanation mode, complete
You
with
went
video
Charlie Day.
reference.
You went Peppo Silva.
Because he was looking at the Tyranno Hammer and went, "That Zord's stupid because of its tiny, skinny legs." And I'm like, "That's not a Zord. That's just a weapon. It combines with the Tegazord
so
to form the yellow Tegazord."
I mean, I said in the show, I think, that, like, oh, this would work well as a weapon, so I guess I thought it was a sword, too.
Oh, I understand they are kind of Zord shaped,
Okay.
but they're just Zord-like weapons that the Rangers use that then combine with the glove and become each individual mech.
You know what we need now?
I thought the Tegazord mech was like the main mech, and just every episode one of them is gonna like take it over, and
They each have their own Tegazord, though.
You know what we need now, though? Yeah. We need that meme with Lane's face of him going, "Is this a Zord?" And it's
It always has been.
yeah.
No, that's mine.
Can't have it.
You can't
That
steal
is
my flavor of stupidity.
Ichi memes
That is my stupidity of
memes are for the people.
Pathetic. Yeah. I love that picture.
Thank you, John
children. Anyway, so yes, thank you, Ichi, for clearing that up. So yeah, now that I know that the T-Rex hammer is not also a Zord, it is a cool ass hammer, and I like it.
Yes.
But yeah, today we're going to be talking about what are we talking about, Ichi?
Our topics for today are Kamen Rider Gavv, episode 21, Boonboomger's penultimate, episode 47.
Ooh.
And our feature topic is the Kamen Rider Gotchard Future Daybreak movie.
And we will have special guests.
What, the movie involves time travel and trains? I could do Back to the Future.
We're going to be doing a lot
I
of
would have
Back
gone
to
with
the
a
Future.
Deno song reference, but that's fine.
Get
What if
that
you just
shit
go-
out of
What if
here.
you just go back in time and find Baby Gyrion and just go, you know,
All right, first off, that's terrible. It's
Gyrion.
But yes, it will be interesting that we have, as you saw earlier, we had time travelers Decker and Jackson on with us. So for them, it's going to be instantaneous. I wonder what that's going to feel like.
Yeah.
Well,
Time will tell.
as long as they didn't end up back in like Godzilla time, we're good.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. Well, before we get into episodes, we have some news to talk about.
We do.
News mode.
News mode.
Lo and behold, Gav's new fucking ice cream themed Blizzard sorbet form has been revealed.
Look how elegant this fucking form is. God damn.
He's got ice cream on his shoulders. He's got ice cream on his arms. He's got ice cream on his shins.
He's 2 for 2 for special forms now. Like, goddamn.
This shouldn't work as well as it does. The cone hands are a little funny to me.
Okay, the thing that immediately gets me is that he's got jacket tassels made of ice cream cones.
No, but I like the design. Like, I like the waffle design on him, you know? Like, it's like especially the eyes.
The only thing he's missing is like a badass like ice cream cone spear or something. That'd be cool.
I'm sorry. He has ice creams on his arms, and I'm either expecting two things. One, the ice cream scoops the like projectile out like it's a freaking laser, or two, they're gonna flip around and they're gonna become like Wolverine claws, but for ice cream.
If he shoots ice cream lasers, I swear to God.
I'm fully expecting ice cream lasers from the hands.
Hell yeah. Beauty and the Altered Beast.
We get like a zoom of this guy.
Alrighty.
Let's
Enhance.
Like, okay, like if I had to nitpick one thing, like I would say like the purple isn't necessary, but honestly it's such a minor nitpick that I don't care.
No, you know what? I think
Yeah. Thank you, Decker.
This is Zord.
The undersuit screams Revice to me.
I think it helps because to keep with the idea that it is Gavv.
Oh, it's undeniably Gavv coded. Which it should be.
It should, yeah.
And that's part of why I don't like it.
Maybe that is why I like it.
Oh, it's cool.
Forms.
He still has his shoes. He still got his Gavv shoes.
Yeah.
Here's the question. Maybe this is answered in the articles. Will this have minions too?
You can see it. It does have a Blizzard sorbet minion.
No. I mean like Whip and A.
Yeah. Well, you have like side
Whip?
fighters.
Yeah, like actual like minions.
I don't know.
All I can say is welcome back, Vanilla.
Let's see. So, Televikun magazine has unveiled a new super form that will debut using the Blizzard Sorbet Gochizo. We get Kamen Rider Gavv Blizzard Sorbet form. Ice type Blizzard Sorbet Gochizo is shaped different compared to traditional Gochizo. Yeah, no other information on how it fights yet.
Well, who knows? If I called it, if so.
But we will move on to the next one, which is the toy version of the Blizzard Sorbet Gochizo.
The real star.
Where we can get a real look at how this thing looks, and oh my fucking god.
Literally, you literally shove an ice cream cone in the Gavv.
Whereas the other Gochizos stand up facing outwards. With the Blizzard Sorbet, you take the ice cream cone and jam it ice cream first into your Gavv hole.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to buy this thing and then just display my Gavv forever with the ice cream cone shoved in. It's so funny. It's so good.
And then apparently the ice cream cone, like Kyoju Senki style, opens up into this like icy fan thing that spins around.
You know what? You know what's funny? I have a distaste for like eating ice cream off of a cone, because when I was a kid, like my ice cream would melt on my cone all the time, and my dad would take my ice cream cone and go, "Oh, Lane, it's getting messy. Let me clean it up for you," and he would just lick so much ice cream off of my cone and then give it back to me, and I didn't have much ice cream on it left, and I was like,
what an asshole.
I know. I miss you, Dad.
So the problem isn't with the ice cream, the problem is your relative.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
I love you, Dad.
Such a bad thing to do.
It's cool though. It spins when it opens up. It's sick.
Someone really liked Hyoju Senki.
Yeah, it reminds me. Does anyone have a picture of like the food droid, like the ice cream one?
Oh yeah, the ice cream
wow,
droid.
it's fucking Terra with the timing. Good shit.
Jesus Christ.
I would love to collect all the food droids, honestly, from Forza. I love these things.
Oh yeah, the food droids from Forza. I was thinking of the canned droids from O's.
Yeah, you had like a burger meal. You had the nuggets, the fries, the ice cream. Yeah,
This is making me want ice cream.
I actually wouldn't mind ice cream either.
I love waffle. I think that's why I'm partial. I love waffle cones.
Oh yeah, the hot dog.
I'm a big fan of ice cream in general.
I gotta track these down. Damn you, Blaze!
It's even the right color.
Fuck you.
It's just a hammer.
Bash it with the Zord!
They do look like they could be Zords, though.
They did. I'm with you, man.
Oh shit, that's good, Blaze. Thank you.
That was great.
So yes, anyone who wants to buy the Blizzard Sorbet Gochizo toy, it's releasing February 22nd for 38.50 yen before shipping and tax and customs.
I might have to actually pick this up just so I can shove ice cream in my Gavv.
Can you imagine what a Bitter Gavv form of this would look like?
God, dude. Hell yeah, I got my Forza driver too, Jackson. I fucking love it.
You know what, Lane? Here's your yellow Tyrannosaurus Zord.
All right. Sick shit.
All right. Next in news, so there were some character albums released, or rather, an album of character songs. We got Shoma's theme, Happy Note, Hanto's theme, Truth Hunter, and Sachika's theme, Happy Parade.
Okay, Hanto's song called Truth Hunter, that is so him. Like,
And
that's great.
I've listened to these. All three are fucking bangers.
Nice.
Cool.
I did not expect to like them as much as I did.
Would you say they were all good singers too, or was that more like auto tuning?
I'm not the best detector of autotune,
Okay.
but the songs are good.
Yeah.
I'll listen to them.
Like
She looks so pretty there with the
Yeah.
headphones on. Like,
Sachika's always pretty.
I will.
so pretty.
I will say I've been feeling really down this last week because of my foot condition, and Shoma's theme is so happy and peppy that it actually cheered me up.
Well, yeah, Shoma's a good boy, so
Our music
yeah.
can change us.
Yeah. And then there, in Truth Hunter, there's one part of the chorus that sounds like it's channeling the same vibe as, or not the same vibe, but like the same musical progression as the Necronomicon theme.
Okay.
If you listen for it, you'll know what I mean.
I just love that. It made me feel happy and loving, and
And the lyrics just started singing backwards.
The walls started bleeding. Oh, I always do that.
Yep. And on a slightly relevant note, there was a Boonboomger character album out as well, and Ishiro and Genba's themes are bangers from that album.
This is such a me thing, but I always find it like it just makes me turn my head when like you have a group of 3 things and 2 of them have the same word in it, but one of them doesn't.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's just such a weird like
Happy truth.
I don't know. I think
Don't
Happy
have to
Hunter wouldn't have the right tone.
No,
ring
no,
to it.
Truth Hunter is a perfect title for Hanto's song.
He's gonna seek the truth, no matter how many dads he has to kiss.
No matter how many grenades he's got to fucking kill.
It's a Game Grumps joke.
Oh.
I don't know why. Now my brain just went happy ho, happy ho. What the fuck say?
All right, very cool. Next, so this is fun. They're putting out Gochizo cushions.
Oh, thanks, I want it.
And the one we're advertising here is our good old friend, Mr. Chocolate Donald.
Yay, I love Choco Don.
I thought you'd like that.
I was gonna say,
Too bad it's $109.
I don't like it for $109.
wow, you suddenly got a lot less attractive.
That's that side of it crying. That's when you have it's not the cold side.
I didn't see that before. The other side isn't crying.
Got him.
That's for when you're sad, then you can cuddle each other.
No. When you the happy face, when you pre-order it, when money comes out of your
when the
wallet.
money comes out of your account.
Yeah.
For those interested, it's apparently 16 inches tall and 12 inches wide.
Yeah, that's a big pillow.
The surface is made of polyester and is designed to be smooth to the touch.
That's what he said.
So it's for those of you who can't quite afford the $450 for the 63-inch Gardevoir plush.
Oh God.
I hate that exists.
Yes, that's your problem.
So I can avoid it.
Where can I find that? So I never know that?
We're asking for a friend.
Someone sent me a TikTok today advertising that, and it's like, oh no, this is Gunnar Ragnarok. It's the apocalypse.
Oh, we're not like some people have never seen the light of day again after this.
And they were like comparing it to the Lucario one that they also put out, and it's like, oh, the Lucario one's the perfect female fantasy. And all the pictures advertising it show it patting your head and sitting listening to you talk about your day. The Gardevoir one doesn't have to do any of that shit. The only lifestyle picture of it is it ignoring your hoe. Yes, there's also a life-size Lucario plush.
Oh, I'm not upset that they exist. I'm just upset. I'm upset what people are gonna do.
Yep.
A lot of it will be innocent. A lot of it will be innocent.
Armageddon.
It's happening.
They just have to make a Vaporeon one and
if they make a Vaporeon one, the world will end. The rest of the world will join Japan's declining birth rates.
No, Lucario, get away from that woman. That picture with the Lucario, I just want to put like the Walter White screaming meme. Just like
I was literally about to say, no, that's like everyone who will not buy one of those things to everyone who will. No!
Oh my God.
Well, at least people won't do anything untoward with these things.
Especially not to the crying face.
Well, actually, no. Humans kind of suck.
I showed Cell like the Joker Lopunny animation.
Oh God.
That's one of the funniest.
Call Lopunny Batman.
What? No, Joker.
Oh, Joker.
Oh God.
There's no laws against the Pokemon, Batman.
So anyway, the Chocodon pillow's releasing in April.
Fuck! Why is it like at the dish sink with her? It's so stupid.
It's so supportive.
Oh.
All right. Next, I would have put so much fucking money down that they would never do this. But fuck me and whatever I want, because they are actually releasing a memorial edition of the fucking Boon Boom Change Axe.
What did I fucking say? You're all like, they're not gonna make that lane. That's stupid. It's pointless.
It is stupid. It's the stupidest changer Sentai's made in so long.
I want this so fucking badly, but I talked to our middleman about it, and he said like it was like $400 something, and I'd have to pay for it up front, and I was like, no. So I'm not getting it, unfortunately. No, yeah.
No, Lane, this is for all those Power Ranger YouTubers to buy it, to make like a 2-minute video about it. And then for it to sit in a box, never to be touched again.
Look at that fucking rod mode. It's the dumbest quote-unquote sword weapon in all of Sentai.
Unfortunately, the rod mode's still like dinky, but like, the axe form's still fucking cool. And the Boom Boom booster's more screen accurate, so that's kind of what I care about more. So
I think it's fine.
I think it's neat.
I want it, but it's too much money.
And again, sorry for the roughness of my voice. I'm in a bad way these days.
Yeah, that's not gonna help though.
Yeah.
It's sort of funny. Before you started saying it was the axe, I was like, "What's wrong with?" Because I was on the other news story because I had them in the wrong order. I'm like, "What's wrong with the Gochizo packs?" And then you said change axe. I'm like, "Oh, whoops."
Oh, did I put them in the wrong order?
Yeah, you put them in the wrong order.
I'm sorry.
All right. What if, to appease everyone, we made life-size Hone Edge plushies?
I'm down with that.
Come on, that'll just be fun,
Then
right?
everyone can just have swords.
No one's gonna do anything untoward.
You know what? I feel like because they're doing this, now we'll probably get a Boom Boom controller with maybe individual buttons.
I'll be down for that.
I know you would.
I would be down for that. We'll see. We'll see what they do.
Guys, stop taking your ice cap.
Sorry.
Okay, so Premium Bandai posted images of the Boom Boom Change Axe Memorial Edition. It is 145% larger from the DX version.
Yeah, it's fucking huge compared to the fucking DX one.
God damn. And yeah, I saw Blaze got pretty militant on Discord today about like the rod mode is called rod mode, but the icon in the little indicator shows a sword.
Looks like a flamingo here. What do you see?
Yeah. But
it does look like a flamingo.
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Quick, someone put a Decker. Can you Photoshop a flamingo's head on top of the rod mode?
I was gonna say just make
time
it pink.
traveling. They're not gonna hear you.
Oh yeah, that lane. Remember.
And then it's dumbass fucking steering wheel mode.
And this one looks like two elephants facing away from each other.
More like the Boom Boom Rorschach test.
Right?
Yeah.
It's always a bat.
It's like if you look at Wolverine's mask, it looks like two Batmans kissing.
That's what I see.
All right, so let's see. It's got the transformation sounds, obviously. It has simultaneous transformation sounds of all 6 Boonboomgers.
That's cool.
That seems excessive.
And it's compatible with all the Boom Boom cars.
Can play 2 kinds of BGM, special move lines not from the DX toy, which includes special move sounds for Champion Boon Black and Orange, combined sounds of each Boonboonger Robo. Still recognizes the DX Boom Boom cars. Combination sequences corresponding to each car. Premium Bandai web exclusive 27,500 yen.
Oh yeah,
October release.
After everything, it's like $400.
Holy shit!
I know. I want it so badly. Like I'd love to have this thing, but it's just so much money.
But Lane, pre-orders end on April 28th. That gives you 2 months to save up the money for it.
I know. Maybe we'll
Plus,
see.
depending on where you get it from, you could do like a payment plan, like I did with the Memorial Ultra Caliber.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm not saying you should buy it because I hate this thing, but I'm just saying that if you were to, you have options.
I do have options. I'll think about it. I do want it though.
All right. Now to the other news story that I apparently mixed up the order of. Legend Rider Gochizos. These are apparently the Kira Clear versions, sets 1 and 2.
I actually like them this way. They look really cool. They really pop out more.
Yeah, so these are like shiny, transparent, speckled versions of the Legend Rider Gochizos.
Look at that. Drive is so cool. You get him twice. That's right.
Super armor.
All you need is drive, bitch.
The metallic armor.
Metallic armor. Yeah.
Oh yeah, drive is in this one twice.
Sure.
All you need is drive.
So yeah, set 1 is Kuga, Blade, Deno, O's, Drive, Build, Zeo, and Drive again. There has to be a difference.
Oh, okay. So they're being sold as like individual like random like mystery bags.
The Drive
So
EX,
cool.
the Drive EX version features a holographic sticker design.
Wow.
I do still need to get a Drive Goji though. I don't have
I
one
still
yet.
want the Blades one.
I still think the Kabuto one is genius.
Oh yeah, the front's the fucking mast form. It's
Yeah, when you open it, it's the cat, like it's like the proper
Rider
form.
form?
It's like that. That's genius.
That is
Yeah,
genius.
that's
Which
cool.
one is it?
So the top middle one.
Oh, yeah.
So that's mast form, and
Yeah.
then when it opens up, it's the Rider form.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, because like the whole thing with Kabuto was the armor came off. So
Set 2 is Ryuki, Kabuto, Decade, Double, Forze, 01, Gotchard, and Shiny 01.
These look nice.
Yeah.
Really
The Kamen Rider look matches the Gochizo gimmick
Yeah.
really well.
hell yeah.
I also really love the touch of on the Forze one of the rockets in the hand on the
Yeah.
open version.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, these are-
Uh,
It's
like
snack
double
time.
Oh, the Shiny 01 is realizing Hopper. You can headcanon that. Yeah, you could absolutely headcanon that.
I keep realizing Hopper.
The Legend Rider Gochizo you get is randomized. So yes, these are like gotcha packs.
So when did Shoma eat these guys?
Maybe in a movie.
Thanks, Seven.
So each go for one of these is 770 yen, and the sets are releasing March 1st.
Let's be financially responsible.
Just one more.
Oh, dang it.
So it's 200.
If anything, we get RT game on this. He's a master at gambling.
That's the way she goes.
Motherfucker did his first pull of Space Time Smackdown in Pocket TCG and got cutscene Dialga.
Damn.
Alright.
I see the promo picture for all of them laying on the carpet. And I'm just thinking, oh, hey, look, Comrade Legend got all of his shiny Gochuzos.
I was thinking that same thing.
He plays with them in the bathtub.
Oh, yeah, there's gems around them.
Oh, yeah, wait, does that imply he also bathes in a tub full of these?
Oh, no!
Fetishes.
They're fetishes.
Makes them evil.
They're not like you and me, so they must be evil.
Oh,
I still want someone to take that song and put Autobots and Decepticons to it.
That would actually work so well.
Yeah.
It fucking works.
Ichi, you know my opinions on the movie Eternals. I know yours. I know you like it, but Christ, man, do you know how hard you have to fuck up when you have a fucking transforming tentacle wolf in your movie and I don't like it? And they're called Deviant?
Yep.
Ugh.
Apparently Black Knight was in that movie.
No, Chronicles. Now we sound the drums of war.
Hey,
You gotta work on this album, man.
Actually, looks really good with the black. Good job.
Pink and black goes together.
Yes.
Alrighty. So the next few news stories are ones that Gar added to the list, so I will let him take the helm.
Thank you. Mostly just comic book news. So up first is we have our first look at Power Rangers Prime number 4. It is the upcoming issue for the Power Rangers Prime series. Will be coming out sometime this month of February of 2025. And we got some variant covers.
That's some nice
You got Lauren Shiba of the VR Troopers. We're running with the theme of each variant cover is a different team. So it started off with Mighty Morphin, Zeo, Turbo, and now we're getting In Space.
I was gonna say that's really
I
nice
love
art.
the in space art.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Badass.
I can't wait until we get to the Wild Force one because it just looks. I hope the Wild Force one looks sick.
Oh yeah, you got. Or on our chat, send me like if you have it, like send me the link because I'd like to see the other artworks of the other teams.
Oh, no.
Lauren's wanted.
Yeah, Lauren, she was wanted. So the main story at the moment is Lauren Shiba is currently in Angel Grove trying to find her brother and father because they might be in concentration camps because because spoilers, the Altarians are evil.
No.
Kinda, I guess. I don't know. They sort of colonized the planet back in 1954. You got the Mighty Morphin Pink variant cover. You got the Texas cover of the main one. Lauren Shiba of Rita Repulsa. Oh, there's apparently some new ones with all the Power Ranger Prime Rangers, which we found out at the end of issue 3 is were created by Rita.
Yeah. This one like variant cover, she has like this like cape or whatever like that on her back. It just looks like hay.
It does.
Well, it
It's like a bunch of hay. Oh, maybe.
Yeah. It could be hay. You know, like I think I've seen that. Like, isn't that a thing in like samurai movies where they have like a cowl made of?
It's like tatami straw, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So fuck you, like nah.
it's more accurate.
We all learned something, maybe.
Yeah.
And then we got some preview pages for the book without context because there's no text.
I saw this first page and I see these like aliens with blue skin, and for half a sec my brain went back to Reboot.
Right.
But no, these are the Altarians.
Is Bob an Altarian? Why aren't they all floating in tubes?
Yeah, why aren't they all caught in time warp, Scar? Explain that.
I don't know. Apparently,
That's reasons?
so far as hey man, so far RJ's in control of the command your center piece. It's called
unironic. Go ahead.
Is that
legit called
Rita?
Yeah, that's supposed to be Rita all in white.
Whoa! Looks good.
One thing that's cool is that one of the kids is he's from Aquitar. He's an Equation, so he carries around a little respiratory system that has water in it.
Nice.
That's fun. I was gonna say too, like, and you kind of said it right. Like, I really like the look of Rita in this. I think it's a cool look for her.
She's got the staff.
Yeah.
She's got the elephant.
Where's my elephant?
I gotta start. I know I say this every time he brings up. I gotta read these.
Yeah,
I like what they're doing with Power Rangers in comic books.
Well, if you like what they're doing with Power Rangers, the next news story is about a free comic book day issue coming out, which is a 2-for-1 story featuring the Power Rangers and VR Troopers.
Those are cool designs for the Power Rangers. Holy shit.
Yeah. So I'm more excited for the VR Troopers because, as you all, for some of you that may have not known, I spent like 9 years watching all of VR Troopers.
What the fuck is that?
So I'm just like, I feel satisfied with this. It's like, here's your reward, Gar. VR Troopers in the comics. Sweet.
Did you read what this comes with? After making their long-awaited return in the pages of Power Rangers Prime, this issue will give fans a sneak peek at a new era of virtual reality-powered action, alongside a special flip book calling back to the original 1995 comics.
Fun.
Ooh.
Is there going to be Flipperama in this?
No.
You flip it over. The purple one might be Orion.
Okay, well, what dinosaur are they meant to be? Because
I want to say that's Tyrannosaurus or a raptor.
I was gonna say I remember making an OC for the 500.
Oh yeah, that isn't a Pink Ranger.
I think I pitched that.
At first, I thought this one at the bottom was the pink, but it is kind of a weird fuchsia.
It could be. If you called that pink, I'd accept it, but not the color I think when I think pink and a Ranger thing. I guess these are all kind of new creatures too. It's free comic book day. I might as well pick it up. And now we'll see.
All right.
I love that it's the Power Rangers and it's just also the nice rendition of the new VR Troopers logo. Beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
just so you know, this rating is for all ages, so literal babies and grandma.
Hey, give it to your dog. Let's see if he can read.
Show it to your parents. Show it to your friends.
If you read Power Rangers VR, fun will never end. Oh wait, what's the talking dog's name? Give it to him. You can read it.
Jeb.
Jack Nicholson. Jeb. That was
Jeb. Jeb.
Played by Zeb.
That must not have been confusing for the dog.
Anyway.
All right, and then the rest of the news stories are about the Godzilla crossover happening with Marvel Comics.
Yay.
Mostly. You sound so enthused, but also so bored at the same time.
Every single one basically is just them, like Godzilla, just throwing his atomic breath at them. Everybody, just like fuck you.
The one with the thing is perfect. Like
I was gonna say, I fucking love that it looks like a fight poster.
It's clobbering time.
And it looks like they're on even ground, like they're about to like go at it as equals. Meanwhile, you remember that Godzilla's giant and the thing is human sized.
The King of the Monsters versus the ever loving blue-eyed Thing.
Oh, yeah.
Just love Godzilla versus Thing.
One will fall.
Well, they can't call it the Thing. He already did that in 1964.
Whoops. Yeah, I like when comic book covers have fun like that. But otherwise, these are fun too. Like Johnny, shooting one at his eye. That's cool.
Yeah, it looks great. We're getting fantastic Godzilla versus Fantastic Four #1, and then we're also getting the Incredible Hulk, or sorry, Godzilla versus Hulk #1. which also has one of those like old school wrestling ones.
Look at that. Hulk is not fucking afraid to just go right at Godzilla.
Right down his gullet.
It's so like honestly, it's a lot thanks to Marvel Rivals too. But like honestly, Hulk is up there for one of my favorite like superheroes.
I scroll
Hulk
down
is
to
just
see the full Godzilla Hulk first cover, and his fucking face is so funny.
Oh. And you know Hulk has no fear. He'll be okay.
No
Yeah,
fear.
no, Hulk is a lot strong. Like that's what's the interesting thing. It's a battle of like radiation, because you got like nuclear radiation and then gamma radiation. So it's like what's stronger?
Yeah, good point.
And then there's one of it. I think that's Jaguar in the other one.
Yeah. Here's the weird thing. One of the variant covers for Godzilla versus Hulk features Godzilla fighting Jet Jaguar.
Dude, that's sick. Oh, what if it's Bruce Banner operating Jet Jaguar?
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Oh,
and another one, another fight poster.
The Jade Giant.
This just goes to show you just cross over. You put Godzilla and other things, it just makes it 10 times more badass.
Godzilla is a great catalyst for a story.
Predator's a great catalyst. Ninja Turtles are.
There's some things that just work.
Where's Ninja Turtles versus Godzilla? Like, come on.
That's shocking, actually, that they have
on.
Battle of the Reptiles.
Hell yeah.
Where's Ninja Turtles and Gamera?
Oh my god.
That'll be who they call in.
Yeah. They summon Gamera through like a dimensional portal with like Usagi Yojimbo helping out and just
fuck yeah. Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Dan Sakai, call me.
Let's go.
Then we got
go ahead, Gar.
Oh, I was just gonna move on to the next one, which is Godzilla versus Spider-Man.
Nice.
Jesus.
Spider-Man.
No, yeah. So there's this one here where he has the black suit like on the symbiote, and I'm just like, you fucking idiot! If the symbiote sees Godzilla, it's gonna attach itself to it. Then we'll have a venomized Godzilla.
No.
It's gonna be the most disgusting thing ever.
I'm sure that's where the story's gonna go.
Probably. They'd be fools not to.
No, Venom Godzilla, Jesus Christ.
Here's the weird thing. I'm not even sure if this is like one continuous story or it's just each individual like character going up against Godzilla.
Instead of like an atomic breath, it shoots like an atomic web from its mouth.
Godzilla's really getting out there and seeing the multiverse.
Yeah, you wanted to visit New York.
I do like all these. I do like these like fighting poster variants. They're great.
I like that they're using different versions of Godzilla. Like, look, can we go to them? Like this one, I'm pretty sure is like Heisei era. It looks sort of like that. Go to the Hulk one.
Okay.
That's definitely 62.
I have an idea. I have an idea for a comic idea. You get Mechagodzilla teaming up with Ultron versus Iron Man.
This looks old. This one looks old too. Probably 60s. Ultron and Iron Man fighting Godzilla. Did you say?
No. So Ultron teams up with Mechagodzilla to fight Iron Man. So you get like an Ultron Mechagodzilla. That'd be awesome.
What do you need to do? Anyways, yeah, these sound fun. I want to read the Ultraman Avengers crossover that happened.
I love Blue in the chat. Peter summons Leopard on.
So here's a little thing from the Hulk one. Little synopsis. General Ross has no tolerance for monsters in any form. With his anti-kaiju task force, the Thunderbolts, he's taken down or imprisoned the biggest and baddest monsters on the planet. Thing Fang Foom, Mothra, Kamunga, and even the Hulk. Now all that's left is his biggest hunt of all, Godzilla.
Wow.
But the Thunderbolts' efforts to bring the last monster to heal may just result in the most destructive battle royale ever to rock the earth. It's time to figure out who's really the strongest there is.
And then they'll become friends before settling it.
Pretty sure that's what's going to happen. That's fun. I like that they're like, what's a Marvel kaiju? Oh, Fin Fang Foom, let's do that.
Then the rest are just Toho.
You know, the biggest and also the biggest, baddest monsters, Kumanga.
Giant spider.
He's just a giant
I love
spider.
this quote from Duggan here. I won't tell you who wins, the Hulk or Godzilla, but either way, the fans are going to be thrilled.
Wait to not commit.
Yeah.
Bastard.
Fresh from the original Secret Wars, Peter Parker, aka the Amazing Spider-Man, returns to Earth with a spiffy new alien costume, without a care in the world except for a complicated love triangle with MJ and Black Cat, and unbelievable pressure at the Daily Bugle, rent, bills, supervillains. Oh, and Godzilla's in New York City with all the destructive power aimed squarely at all wall crawler.
The Sex in the City?
Don't miss the two most popular characters in pop culture history absolutely going at it in this kaiju-sized slugfest for the ages.
Huh. You know,
so yeah, he will have the symbiote suit.
Is it?
I don't know.
Like Godzilla and Spider-Man.
Is Godzilla and Spider-Man really the top of the heap?
I think maybe not the top, but they gotta be there, right?
They're up there, but I don't know if they're the top two.
I think it warrants debate.
In pop culture, yeah.
Well, I'd like to think, like, in Japan, the most popular thing ever is, like, Godzilla, so...
Yes, I would agree with that.
But here's the thing, like, we're getting all subjective here, but, like, there are people who have never seen a Godzilla movie. If you ask them, what is Godzilla, what does he do, they're gonna get most of it right. Same with Spider-Man.
That's a long conversation.
That's a whole episode topic.
Yeah.
It's a podcast on its own.
And just to wrap it up, we got one more Godzilla comic.
I gotta say something quick. I've been so conditioned now, like, to, like, we're gonna end the news on a death, like, so my heart that kind of leaps into my throat every time. We're like, for the title.
No. Well, in this case, it's going to be the death of the X-Men because we're going up against Godzilla 2.
No, I call bullshit because there's the one variant on the very end. It's like Wolverine going at Godzilla with his atomic breath, and I'm like, no, Logan survived an atomic bomb at World War II Japan, so he can survive.
I'm sure that's
Godzilla.
his line of thinking.
Yeah,
did it once.
That's where I'm upset. They don't follow the like the wrestling poster variant.
Oh yeah,
that's a
fight
shame.
poster.
Yeah, they could have had him with like Beast or something. That would have been cool.
Or Wolverine, like the man that never dies.
I looking at the second cover variant here, that's a great one, Wolverine. I just hope that Professor X tries to get into Godzilla's brain.
Oh, I didn't notice him until you said it.
I hope he's like, Godzilla, talk to me. I must use Cerebro to translate.
He says.
Oh my god, Deadpool versus Godzilla.
I'd like to see fucking Juggernaut fight Godzilla.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I like this argument.
There's Turtles and Gamera.
Yeah.
Cousins, bro.
Even gave Gamera his own little ninja headband.
Nice.
Ninja kicked the damn rabbit.
Gar, what you were saying earlier, like they could do it this is all connected, but I could also see this being just what if Godzilla,
separate instances.
Yeah, just based off like the descriptions we got for the Hulk and the Spider-Man one.
Oh, okay. No, I guess he is going through because it's called Round 4 versus the Uncanny X-Men. When a robotics firm draws a kaiju anger, the X-Men are called in to protect the world that hates and fears them fears them from the counterattack of Godzilla. But what are the reasons Godzilla attacks, and are the X-Men on the right side? Follow the X-Men as they take on the King of the Monsters before humanity sends forth the Sentinels to finish the job.
Oh shit!
Oh, Godzilla's gonna fucking
fight some Sentinels.
Dummy those Sentinels.
Yeah, Godzilla's gonna tear through the Sentinels like fucking paper.
That's the least threatening thing I've ever heard. What if Godzilla took on the Sentinels?
I still want to see it.
Oh no, I always want to.
I want to see him fight like Master Mold or some shit.
That'd be cool. Sentinels are a great one. Like I know they've improved them since like the '90s cartoon, but Sentinels are a great like mook villain for something that's 20 feet tall.
Yeah,
it's
amazing how intimidating they look and how intimidating they're not.
Yeah. Dangerous.
All right.
So yeah, these will all be coming out across.
What would lose faster, a Sentinel or an Ed 209?
I don't know what that is.
When you watch RoboCop, you will.
Oh. Probably say Sentinel.
Probably. Anyways, this is a cool cover too.
Yeah. Godzilla, the newest X-Man.
Sorry, guy, you were saying.
I was just thinking. So that was round 4 of 6. So we'll probably get
2 more.
We'll probably get Iron Man versus Godzilla.
Yeah, get Iron Man.
And then maybe I don't know, Daredevil
No.
or Thor or the Avengers.
Yeah, I would say
Godzilla
Thor.
versus Hawkeye.
I would say Thor.
It would probably be the Avengers.
It's got to be Thor because like he famously fought him back in the 70s, right? Wasn't that a whole
I
thing?
think he did.
Pretty sure they had a good old
Godzilla versus Inhumans. That's just Godzilla versus Dollar Store X-Men.
No, it would be what you said, Ichi. Godzilla versus Hawkeye and Echo. Gotta get them at the same time in the eyes.
All right, and I think that's the news.
That is the news. Just this once, no one fucking died.
Hooray!
Tune in next week.
All right, time for Gav.
Damn, Hanto's pissed.
So I want to share something hilarious that I found out with regards to Hanto's little tantrum when he finds out everything about Shoma. So we see that Hanto like goes and like actually punches Shoma in the face.
Yeah.
I saw a stage. Yes, there was a stage event where they were talking about this scene, and the cast made it sound like it was someone being NTR'd, which is like being cucked or cheated on.
God.
And the best part of the scene was like Shoma's actor was describing while he was getting punched during that filming, and he said that he liked it and that it felt good.
Oh no.
And then the rest of the cast is like, "No, you can't say that.
You don't do it here.
Oh, so he's a masochist. Gotcha.
They are really leaning into it.
Oh,
Like,
hell yeah.
holy shit! Like that's interesting. We're living in changing times. That's always interesting.
So as Hanto usually is, when like he finds out something, it kind of like, you know, tears his brain to pieces, and it makes him very, very pissed off and doesn't think straight. And so he gets really, really mad at Shoma. He even tries to like ask him to explain, and Shoma does. He's like, "You know what? No, I don't give a fuck." And he just leaves. And
Like,
then I like Rakia like goes over to him, and he's just like, "All right, bud, what's your deal?"
I myself am no stranger to weird, convoluted, and misunderstood backstories, so let's hear it. Also, Ram finally got added to the opening, even though it's only a couple seconds.
It's super awkward, but I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a fan of the whole like trope. Like I know this is like a tropey medium, but, like the whole liar reveal trope. It always feels unneeded to be here. It wasn't awful, but it just like okay.
It feels like it'll get resolved sooner than other instances of this trope. I also really hate shows where confusion happens that could be easily resolved by people having a fucking conversation.
Oh, what show did we
notes.
talk
You
about?
don't even need to talk about, just notes.
What show? Oh yeah, it was Saber. Saber were like, if everyone just sat down and talked it out, like they would have.
Yes, it happens a lot in Fies. It happened really badly in Saber. That shit annoys the shit out of me.
It's just not great. Here it was fine.
That shot of Ram in the opening's fucking sick.
That is a really good wallpaper.
Yeah, it is. That looks like a JoJo image.
Is that a picture of his dead brother?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, this is one. This is missing poster. Yeah.
And yeah,
like the pudding Gochizos are hanging out with the regular Gochizos. So
they're
cute.
playing like leapfrog and shit, and I wonder if they're at all talking about the fact that those two will survive forever and these ones will all die.
Shit, can't wait to die today. What?
Have you guys ever thought about dying?
All the time. Maybe if pudding and candy can get along. Maybe.
Oh, hang on.
Maybe.
I gotta find that fucking meme. Yeah, keep talking. It's okay.
What if they fucked and had Gochizo babies?
No, I was making it nice.
I immediately regret that.
Me was making it nice. And then you... Oh, I love corruption. Spreads.
But yeah, of course, it's always the older sister that has to ruin all the fun for everyone.
The vague misogyny's always there, yeah.
Just okay. Someone's got to take this picture, this picture, and just put the two like pudding, jelly, and caking.
What
over
the
your
fuck?
faces. It's just that thing where it's like you looking down at people because like you're better than them. So you just got to put the pudding, jelly, and the caking over them.
Oh, I was expecting like the Meg Griffin. You all think you're better than me, as like the regular Gochi. So
that just has the same vibe of like some of you may die.
That is a sacrifice I am willing to make.
What's the bullshit gochizos in these? Do you have those?
The what?
Like, are there like bullshit gochizos or like bad ones or something yet?
Yeah, well, sparking gummy. That's a bad one.
Well, that's the evil one.
For that, what you do, you put it on the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia when they're all like posh and like old timey, like yeah.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
So we need to get into to evil Shoma. So he's very interesting. So I had a discussion with the Castranger fans before, like we started recording. So like I have an idea of what I think Bitter Gavv is supposed to represent, and so like hear me out on this. So I think Bitter Gavv is supposed to be a representation of like, because it's obvious that like what Shoma was supposed to be for the Stomach family. So I think like, because remember, like Shoma's dad asked Uncle Dente to like modify his Gavv for some purpose, and I think what happened was he was going to purpose him to be Gavv to go hunt humans and turn them into spice for dark candy, and then like his mom got in the way, and then like they killed his mom because it's like, oh, that's like what's making them all goody, and then before they were able to take him to like recondition him or whatever like that, he ran away, and then they couldn't do anything about it, and they were like, okay, well, fuck that plan.
Oh yeah, that's Kamen Rider Logic 101. Oh, yeah. We didn't finish. Shit, they're already gone.
So Bitter Gavv is basically like, what if Shoma worked with the Stomach family? Yes, Deckard, thank you. That's perfect. Exactly it.
Lane, I agree with you. Like, I think actually that is where it's going. But I'm telling you what he's actually based on, right here.
No, this is absolutely we've absolutely entered the Spider-Man 3 era of Kamen Rider Gavv.
And much like Tobey Maguire, I don't know Shoma's actor's name. You can tell this guy does not have a hate bone in his body because he's so adorable when he tries to act evil.
He's so cute when you're trying to claw my eyes out.
I had to beat an old lady with my Gavv to get these.
Oh God!
Fuck yeah.
That
just like twist his stomach, to twist his torso and wax her with the lever.
Oh
my God! The fucking photo on Twitter that they showed of Dark Shoma standing over the dude. The photo that they showed twice.
Those
fucking
eyes.
slew me.
That's where I was like,
eyes, dude.
I can't.
That's gotta be an emoji in the Discord, like 100%.
What do you mean you won't accept a 25% tip?
Were you staring at my Gavv?
Don't look at it. And the fact that he's wearing the clothes, the darker clothes, and like, I really am surprised they didn't go full Bully Maguire. Like,
all he's missing is like a nose piercing and like fucking chains,
makeup.
But like, that's the thing. They didn't even give him eyeshadow.
You gotta give him eyeshadow, man. Like, come on.
So yeah. They'll explain it eventually, but clearly this is a clone that was created by the hair that Suga took off of Shoma.
By the way, probably what it is. 100% what it is. But credit to the show, it's not that obvious, because the whole thing, correct me if I'm wrong, is he passes out because...
Shoma has this whole scene with Sachika where he's clearly upset about what's happening, and Sachika is being uncharacteristically unaware, is the word I'll use. Obtuse is a good word. And doesn't pick up that something's wrong until way at the end of the conversation.
Yeah.
And then Shoma's like, oops, I accidentally overate. I'll go buy more food, which is a stupid fucking sentence to say anyway. And then he runs out and just passes out in the street. And I'm like, oh, good, we're back to the first few episodes of him passing out in the street.
He might as well have said, oh, I have a doctor's appointment at the dentist.
Yeah.
Just I can see Shoma just walking away. He's like, oh, I should have come up with a better excuse. Why am I so tired? Then again, I just rated. Oh man, we just did everything in the last 2 episodes. I haven't. Like he just forgot to sleep.
That could be it.
It could be that.
Well, I was saying it's like he wakes up in hospital and they're like, son, you have the worst diabetes I've ever seen. Like your blood is syrup.
And what is this children's toy you've super glued to your stomach?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to take that off.
I don't know how to describe this, but we had to come up with a new name for it. It's called Tri-abetes.
That's pretty good, Gar. That's pretty good.
I was about to compliment Jackson for saying type 7 diabetes, but Tri-abetes is genius.
No, type Gavv diabetes.
Gar, I think you got to retire after that one.
Holy fucking shit!
That's gotta be the name of the episode.
Oh, you know we gotta like put Wilford Brimley in here somehow.
and just that face of evil Shoma, I love it.
But I was saying though, like the show could make the alludement to that he passed out and now he's Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hiding this.
Yeah, that's what the show's positing to us.
Yeah, because you don't see regular Shoma after he passes out.
That's true. Like they keep it as like dark Shoma the whole time.
No, so eventually in the episode we do like the great thing about Hanto's character is like sure he gets like pissed off and like overthinks everything, but then when he gets a chance to calm down, he like thinks more rationally and calmly, and he goes, "Oh, you know what? Maybe I should really hear Shoma's side of things."
Assesses the facts and realizes he was wrong.
Yeah, and it's not just like, oh, but maybe. No, he goes through everything that has happened recently. It's like, but then again, those two other Granoots tried to kill him.
And he murdered one of them.
In self-defense, he had to kill the other one. Maybe he does have a reason as to why he didn't tell me.
I do have to applaud this show, because usually when we go through miscommunication subplots like this, it takes so frustratingly long to resolve.
Episodes. It takes episodes.
Yeah, but for Hanto to come to this realization this quickly is, I think, a point in the show's favor.
Again, it's in the story, this trope. I'm not happy that it is, but it's like, okay, this is probably the best way to do it.
At least we're getting through it.
Yeah.
And for it to be lined up with the appearance of Dark Shoma, I think is a really good way to launch the character of Dark Shoma.
And I also like that Rakia, I am calling him Rakia because the subtitles I watch has an R, not an L. So I am calling him Rakia. It just sounds right to me.
Me too.
Like a pudding.
I like that he lets Shoma explain himself and just went, okay, I believe you. I understand what you're going through. Besides, you and me, we're both Granoots. We both lost someone to the dark candy and to all this bullshit. I got your back, bro.
Yeah, I really like that they even brought back like the flashback of him telling him like, oh yeah, I lost, like my mother was killed by them. And I'm like, yes, that's a very important thing to remember.
Yeah, it also really speaks to Lakia's character that like, no, you know what? I also have a complicated, strange, and misunderstood backstory. Let's hear yours.
Let's swap backstories.
And also the stomachs are just like, well, good job, Neil. Your rider fucking betrayed us, and like
they don't know. No. Yeah. The stomachs don't know that Neil created Vlam. That was Ram. That was his secret project.
Yeah, I was about to say that was.
Oh, okay.
All they know is that he was the one who modified Rage 9 so that he could do their jobs.
Okay.
Also, for you guys, I listened to last week's episode. No, the Granoots are not naked. They get modified, and thus, like, that is they're not necessarily naked.
Necessarily.
It is just a fur suit body underneath.
I'm not seeing a lot of evidence against.
But
what else tends to come in
some of them wear clothes.
Yeah, also, apparently Spark and Gummies are just an actual product in this world.
I'd eat those.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, they're probably spicy. Probably
actually, like his first appearance was when he like knocked over that like ramen cart, wasn't it, or whatever that was?
Yeah. He went to the ramen cart, and the guy was like, "Oh, I was just about to close up," and he starts like scooping down the food, and it's just like, "This isn't what I'm looking for." And he just
Carl and Sonoe would be pissed.
I'm just like, this motherfucker's reaching into the deep fryer, like, like eating out of it. I did like that. It made you like the cart guy, because he's like, oh, you're right, like, we're closed, sorry. But then he hears the stomach rumbling. He's like, you know what? For that, I'll stay open an extra half hour. Here, let's get you some food. Oh, he's a nice guy.
Proceed to have Dark Shoma commit hours and hours of elder abuse.
How do you fire suit actor?
Cool.
That's cool.
I found it funny though that like this old lady he was beating up on was like running the store, but then when Hanto goes to like tell her like, oh, get away, like she just like runs off the other direction. I'm like, what about your store?
Not mine.
I also love that, like, so first thing he attacks is the cart, and when he meets Hanto, he's attacking the convenience store. But in the intervening hours between night and day, apparently he also went to a fucking spaghetti restaurant and started tearing the place up. It's just like you see that shot of him with, you can see like spaghetti, like sauce on his face, and it's just like, I want spaghetti.
It's a 3-year-old.
This is a very.
And then eventually Hanto, he goes to Sachika's place, and he's like, where's Shoma? And it's like, oh, he went out, like he hasn't returned since like last night. Shoma's a grenade, Sachika. What? Okay, I gotta go. I can't fucking deal with this.
Oh yeah, it's like he's a part of the monsters, and like it's like if he shows up here, lock the door. And Shoma was going to tell her when he got back that like he was going to tell her everything.
He's too afraid though.
But he's not that. He ended up getting too afraid because Hanto literally punched the shit out of him for finding out.
Yeah, it's like his good friend fucking yelled in his face, being like.
Sachika would probably just be like. Sachika would be like, if you had any chance of making out with me tonight, you just lost it. Wait, what?
Who am I kidding? I was gonna say that, Ichi, that was the thing that disturbed me the most. Was like, wait a minute, who the hell's having spaghetti for breakfast?
Right?
Like hearty spaghetti too.
Listen, I could come home at like 9 o'clock at night, and if I want a bowl of fucking cereal, I'm having a bowl of fucking cereal.
No. Cereal is for all day. Yeah. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
spaghetti. Not for
spaghetti for breakfast.
Unless you're fucking elf or something.
If I could have pizza for breakfast, I can have spaghetti for breakfast.
Pizza's also a breakfast food.
Lane, I think you'll find that when pizza's on a bagel, you can eat it anytime.
True.
I wasn't expecting that.
Pizza!
Okay, all right. Oh god. Okay, let's get into.
No, Blaze has the answer. When spaghetti's on a bagel.
All right, let's get into Bitter Gavv's henshin. Holy fuck! I love this thing.
Is this the Pop Gochizo I've been wanting? He transforms with a giant floating bottle of pop. What the fuck is happening? Is Sparkin' Gummy so delicious?
Yeah, apparently Sparkin' Gummy's Coke flavored candy.
What the fuck? This is not what I wanted.
I love it though. He he takes like the handle of the Bitter Gavv and he like holds it like
underhands
it, and I just love it going like bite the gummy, like it's so fucking cool. It's so rad.
Also, I guess we're going off of Sonic and Shadow rules where Shoma, what's wrong with you? Guys, that's clearly not Shoma.
Yeah.
His belt is black.
Yeah,
this is not Pepsi Man, Orb. This is Coke Man.
Like if I was walking around minding my own business and I saw Ichi on the streets and he was wearing not blue stuff and looking very like evil, I don't think that's Ichi.
Probably shoot him on sight.
But I will say the Bitter Gavv suit, this is my like second favorite suit in the entire show. It is fucking
Me too.
Awesome.
I will fully concede the Bitter Gavv Sparkin' Gummy suit is fucking rad.
Did we make a fucking Inosuke reference with Bitter Gavv? Oh my god.
And
let's talk about his arm.
He fucking bends and breaks and reconstitute his limbs like he's fucking Deadpool.
He's like Professor Lockhart took the bones out of Harry's arm.
Apparently Bitter Gavv Zoot actor was also Genmu Zombie Gamer's actor, so I'm like,
that tracks.
Well, yeah, he has like weird zombie movements, so it's really cool.
That one shot of him with a broken arm makes him look like he's trying to hitchhike after getting run over.
That's what happens when you crank the belt too many times.
That's what happens when you crank it too much, kids.
We're already this far in the show and we only got 4 riders, huh?
Yep.
No, but I think
episode 20, right?
Yeah.
21.
Can we get a close-up of it? Just so
AKA, and if for Digimon fans, you know that episode 21 is the special episode. This is when the additional Digidestin shows up.
Oh, yes.
And in this one, we have Bitter Gavv.
But yeah, Bitter Gavv is sick.
Can we get a close-up of him, please? Because I want to articulate a point. Like, part of what I like the most about, like, base Gavv suit, it's why it's my favorite suit in the thing, is if you know what to look for, you can see the gummy in that, you can see the cola in this. But this just looks like a fucking badass monster rider, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's really what like works for the design.
And
I just also love the color scheme.
And an interesting touch that I did not notice until I saw a preview shot of Gavv and Bitter Gavv fighting is their weapons, the Gavga blade and the Bitter Gavv blade, are each other's colors.
Oh, that's neat.
Which is also reflected in the colors of their eyes and belts, kind of.
Greatest enemy is yourself.
I'm looking at the picture that somebody sent of all 4 riders together. I like that Gavv is definitely more rounder in terms of designs, and that Bitter Gavv is very harsh in its design
and pointy.
Yeah.
It's like you know what they say,
like cola.
Kids are scared of pointy.
Cola is spiky and edgy.
It tastes like
evil carbonation.
Does that mean he's gonna get a polar bear for him?
So I gotta give it to freaking Hanto. I know he's like technically like the weakest of all of them in terms of like rider ability, but holy shit, I love that he like sets his Balloon Buster up and then he gets launched in the fucking air and he like breaks his fall with the Henshin. Like, it's so fucking cool.
It was also a ballsy move to try fighting it with base form.
And no, but he starts the fight with him with the fucking drop kick, and I love when people drop kick. It's so fun. And then then Vram shows up and he looks over and he just sees like Valen fighting like Bitter Gavv, and he's like, that looks like a fucking problem. Just pulls out his bow, does a Hisats, and just nails Bitter Gavv.
I love that he shoots him through the fence.
Yeah, no, like Vram is so cool in terms of ability. Like
he's my favorite rider in the show right now.
Vram's pretty cool.
And then it ends.
Yeah,
it just ends with Vram walking in about to join the fight.
Like, I was like, holy shit, that went by fast. Like, very well paced episode, honestly.
Yeah. Next week we'll see what there is to do about this Bitter Gavv.
Yeah, it looks like Hanto team like trusts Shoma again. So he's like, sorry.
The truth is bittersweet.
That's the shot I saw that pointed out their swords.
Here's a question for you guys: will they just we're gonna just defeat the clone, and if assuming this is a clone, which most likely it is, or will they try to do something a little bigger and his clone still exists and he walks the earth now, and maybe at the end
they put way too much effort into this for this to immediately vanish?
That's what I mean.
I feel like they're gonna it's gonna be one of those things of they defeat him, everything's kind of goes back to the way it were, but then the episode ends with Dr. Sugar going, oh well, on to the next one, and you see that he has multiple clones on standby.
Interesting.
Yeah, just like he opens a door to a secret door to a lab, and you just see a bunch of fucking tubes with Shomas in it.
Like the Nomu in My Hero Academia. The doctor. Oh, on to the next one.
I think it is hard to say whether this is going to be like no, we have the one clone and we're going to keep trying to improve it, or if we just have an endless supply of cycle.
Instead of it being the monster of the week, it's the Shoma of the week.
I think I said this before when we were bringing up the clone idea, but being that this is a body horror show to an extent, but again, it's still Kamen Rider, they can't go this extreme. I would legit have loved to see failed clones, you know?
Just do a fucking just do a Ripley kill me.
I also do that in Garo.
I also briefly want to give voice to a theory that someone in the Discord had earlier, and I think there were some rumors going around potentially about this idea. I think someone said that Bitter Gavv's true identity is Jeep, and that they were disguising themselves as quote-unquote Dark Shoma, and that theory led to the idea that the hair that Suga took from Shoma wasn't to create the clone of Bitter Gavv, it was to create a mimic divisor key that Jeep uses to disguise themselves as Dark Shoma.
No, but then what I could argue with that saying being like Shoma, like evil Shoma going around and stuff like that, he's acting like, oh, he just got burped out of a pod and he doesn't really know what to do.
That is why I don't fully believe that theory, but I won't fully take it off the table at this point.
Nah.
You know, I'll say this about that theory. It's stupid.
It's not cheap.
It's too out there.
My main,
in terms of
my main piece of evidence against that theory is I don't think using the mimic divisor key to turn into a copy of Shoma would give them the physical abilities of Bitter Gavv.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to Paul, how unlikely?
Because like it makes too much. It makes too much sense.
so
Like Sugar's a scientist. He he got Shoma's DNA. He has so much battle data from like watching Valen's fight and seeing Gavv that like he was able to basically like copy Shoma's Gavv.
Yeah, I'm not saying I believe in the theory, but I just wanted to bring it up because it's something that was discussed, and I think theory crafting is part of what we do here.
Also because Sugar and Yelv have been like working together, he probably got some like info and stuff from the Granute world from him. So
yeah, that's about it. Just wanted to bring that up briefly.
Anyways, Bitter Gavv's cool shit. I want more.
Introduction.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Again, just Shoma's actor. Aw. You just want to
You little
You're doing great.
No, I will say, like, I love in movies and shows when like a single actor plays like two of the same character. Like I always like that.
Like Jim
yeah,
Carrey.
it's like Jim Carrey. Like when in Superman, when Christopher Reeve played like Clark Kent and like evil Superman. Like I love that shit. It's so corny, but I love it.
All right, very cool.
Boom boom change. All right, Gar, it's been a while. What are you thinking of Boonboomger the past while?
I really, you know what? I think it has become my favorite Sentai of the 2020s.
Damn.
And someone immediately leaves after I say that in the Discord chat.
Fuck this.
I'll say this. I'm the complete 180 of how I felt when King Oja was airing at the time with its finale. Because you guys were just talking about in extra the concert that's happening for the King Oja finale. Yeah. And I'm just thinking, wow. I just like to forget King Oja was a thing.
I know, he disliked it so much.
But
just stab me right through the fucking heart and cut out the middleman.
I'm just thinking, like, Taya, the reason why Boom Boom's not working is because you flooded him. So, and then I'm also just, it's like, what you need is this. And I'm like, the Truth Stone? Okay, well, I mean, if it resurrected Link, I guess it can resurrect the robot. When Genba was chasing, when Sashiro was chasing Genba through the house, it made me think of that TikTok going around of like Santa chasing the Grinch and when he was stealing the Christmas decorations. Like, I like that the three-seaters have now come, like, their character arc has come full circle in the sense of they now know about Mad Rex's true demise and how this race was sort of like, I didn't give a shit about him anyways. Hey, can you guys help me? Oh, sorry, we're busy. Fuck you.
We quit.
Well, yeah, apparently they're alive.
Yeah, they survived the explosion.
No. They're going to be the new leaders of the Hashirians, and they're going to lead it into a better world.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Because think of it, they are. We always joked about it. They are Team Rocket. They are dedicated to the cause of. I almost said protecting others, but no, that's Ninja Turtles. Sorry, I've been having Ninja Turtles on my mind.
I mean, Ninja Turtles are
great. But yeah, they're alive. And now it's
full
like
face turn.
What do we do? And it's just like, well, new life, new scene. Let's do it.
Also,
Godzilla -1, so we gotta live.
Can I just say I fucking call? I mean, like, again, very obvious that like Shashiro was gonna like not betray the team fully, but like I knew he was like doing a triple agent thing.
Just call me Captain Longcon.
I want to talk about that actually. Like, it begs, like, obviously, like, Red knew, but like, did everyone else?
It's really hard to gauge.
Yeah, in which case, like, I hope they were all in on it, because that would still be kind of fucked up.
Here's the thing, I fully trust that Mira or Joe would have fucked it up somehow.
I don't know, because like, okay, we gotta talk about this. Mira decides, okay, I'll marry fucking Spindo.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, I can't believe we're still doing this.
He does the Michael Jackson thing. Ow!
I just picture Lane. You made me think of this now, though. I just picture like Spindo in his room, and like Gran Turismo comes in. What is it, Master? I've decided to marry a human, Gran Tu. No, don't do it.
What's his name?
Okay. I was thinking about it today as well. You know who would have been the perfect voice for Spindo in an English dub, and he's no longer around?
Michael Jackson.
No, not Michael Jackson, but you guys will probably like this one. Chris Latta, the original Starscream voice actor.
Oh shit,
that'd be cool.
I was thinking about the whole wedding thing and like how you guys were theorizing how it was going to happen with like Bundorio showing up. My brain went to the coronation scene from Transformers where like something shows up, Spindo's like, "Who dares interrupt my wedding?" And Bundorio shows up in a new body with like beauty parts. It's like, "Wedding, Spindo? This is bad for you." "Noji, is that you?" Here's a hit, and he shoots him with the same beam that he got shot with. Gets fucking disintegrated, and all's left is his hat. And he picks up his hat and puts it on. Looks at all the Boonboomgers. Would anyone else like to fill his shoes?
Crazy.
Just reveal it to be like that was his plan all along.
Again, though, I gotta say, it'd be really fucked up if Miro wasn't in on this.
Yeah.
That'd be so in character with them because like Mira's just so oblivious to this shit.
But, I don't like it though because it's like that like no one talks about this, and this is why like the whole "you must marry me now" is not really used anymore. It has very, very bad connotations when you look past like then they like got married, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's like ugh. Like
it's supposed to be just a fun callback to episode 1.
Yeah, but even that has weird things going on too.
You're not wrong.
Like
one of my favorite little things in the episode though was like Gran Tu Risk or whatever like that. He's like talking down about himself in front of like Spindo. He's like, "Oh, just like if it wasn't for you being in my life, like I'd just be like bitter scrap." And like if Spindo's like, "Gran Tu, shut the fuck up. You're fucking amazing." And he's whoa.
I fully expected us to go into a whole ass Gran Tu backstory sequence, and Spindo went, "Fuck that."
He's like, "You're awesome, man. Don't worry about it. You're not crap."
I don't think there's a 0% chance that when Spindo like dies, it doesn't happen in Gran Turismo's arms. I'm not kidding.
Oh, you know, Gran Turismo is gonna be like the final thing they fight because he's gonna be like, "Oh, you killed my master."
Gran Turismo is gonna transform into a robot that Spindo's gonna pilot.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, fuck yeah, please. Well, because I guess we should. Go ahead.
I was gonna say either that or it's gonna end the same way that Live Man did, where Spindo's defeated and he has Risk like Gran Turismo beside him, and it's just gonna be like, "What's that I hear?" As like the place is coming down, Gran Turismo is gonna be like, "That, sir, is the Hashirians. Everyone cheering for us. Oh, it's lovely." And he dies. He's just like, "Oh, hail the Hashirians!"
He's just gonna go
Hashirian Banzai.
He's just gonna go hee, and then he dies.
I mean, that's what the monkey did when it died.
Ow!
Yeah, let's talk about that. The fucking monkey died.
Yeah, so
apparently that was his Hashirian gas tank.
The whole long con of Shashiro betraying the Boonboomgers, siding with the ISA, helping the Hashirians, and getting everyone just in the same room as Spindo was just for the purpose of whacking the monkey, who is apparently Spindo's gasoline tank and weak point.
Wait, the monkey's name is Shy Saurukar?
What?
What the fuck?
I thought it was like poo or something.
I mean, it's better than Bobo.
That's the words I was making.
Or Bubbles?
We were calling him Bubbles.
Yeah, it's Bubbles the monkey.
Fun with it.
I guess it's not bedtime for Shy Shy.
Yeah, it was great seeing like just like the monkey just like fly off and just and then just gets launched into Mariner and just ate.
And then the fucking Mariner ate it.
Yeah, and explodes.
You were saying like they pulled out their King Oja for this one.
The fucking church they had the wedding scene in, I'm like, oh my god, they bust out the King Oja set for this shit.
Yeah, no, the amount of green screen that they were using, oh my god.
I was excited. I'm like, oh, is some crazy shit gonna happen here?
I don't care. I don't care. This is like a kid's show. No fucking church looks that spectacular.
You gotta go to some of the churches in Europe, my friend.
Yeah.
Looks like the cathedral. Looks like the Vatican.
I gotta say, this has been my favorite Joe outfit. Is just like the black
him in his fucking overalls and hoodie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh, that look at him when he's like walking incognito and he has the hood up. I was like,
incognito in giant air quotes.
Oh yeah. I guess we should explain. Yeah, to cover up that like they lost is the Boonboomgers have disbanded.
Yep.
Like Gemba's flying off. Joe's sort of
speaking of
doing Joe stuff.
We finally get to see Genba's ship, or what's left of it, for the first time.
Took us 49 episodes.
We see this like little ruined framework sitting in the forest, and then he crashes it into the fucking highway dimension to stop the Yaru cars.
They had to get rid of it somehow.
I feel I saw all the Yaru cars piled up, like blocked by the thing. I was like, okay, a bunch of you could just pile yourself up, and then the rest could just like go over them like a ramp.
Like World War Z.
Yeah.
This doesn't feel like an unfixable problem for you guys.
Yaru cars
just push it.
Actually, yeah. At that point,
it's the ants from Bug's Life.
Oh,
where's the line?
Also, they can fly.
Also that.
We were talking about this last night, Ichi and I, because like you guys remember NASCAR racers?
Yeah.
Yep.
The cartoon.
Okay. Like I remember watching that once. I really like the theme song, but even as a kid, I was like, they're cheating. Like none of the other racers can do this.
It's the future.
It's like, oh gee, I wonder which one's gonna win. Maybe the one that can fucking fly.
The one that can fly, and his driver was a former fucking Air Force pilot.
Gonna take you on a trip in our little rocket ship.
So Mira proposes that in exchange for agreeing to marry Spindo, she wants to be the head of the BBG, which I think is a very nice and sneaky tactic.
I like that too. How when she's like, okay, I'm gonna do this. Give me a gift.
Yep.
And like Risk is like,
I demand the dowry.
And Risk is like, you insolent, because that's his man.
Yep.
You insolent bitch.
And I was like, no, I like spunk.
Wait, press the bitch button.
Actually, okay, this brings up a great point I was going to make much earlier when we were talking a Godzilla Spider-Man thing. Yeah. The Godzilla Spider-Man thing. I have a weird problem with the term love triangle, because it's always like two people are interested in one person. But for it to be a triangle, at least one party needs to be bi.
Yeah.
Because like to make it like fully go round the three ways.
Yeah.
So in this situation, you have Risk, Spindo, and Mira. That's a love triangle.
What do you think of this marriage, Risk? I think women and Hashirians don't mix well. Yeah, you think weird things.
And Spindo is apparently about to pull a Stepford Wives and use a ring of mind control on Mira.
Oh, like it went full like Shrek 2.
Yep.
Gee, I'm amazed you know what that is.
I've never seen it, but I understood the basic premise.
Wow.
That was a smart joke.
Very cultured reference.
Oh yeah, and Sakita has a side plot in the episode.
Yeah, fuck up all the robots.
Legit go to town and destroy all the Boom Boom killers. Like,
which that shot of them just like, oh look, and they're just a bunch of killer robos just in the horizon while people are like driving on the highway regularly.
Yeah, and one space is trying to like convince his nephew that the Boonboomgers are evil.
Yeah,
I'm like, you dick.
Yeah. So there's this hidden underlying message about the kids still believing in the Boonboomgers.
Oh yeah, this was a very the children are right and the adults are wrong episode.
Oh,
and I feel like as much bullshit as it is, when they put the truth disco ball inside Boondario, he slightly wakes up and then collapses again. I swear, if he comes back through the magic of children believing in the Boonboomgers,
it's the fucking Tiga finale all over again.
It's
God
the
damn
Ultra
it.
Antigua finale, lady.
God damn it.
All the kids are gonna be cheering for the Boonboomgers.
God damn it. I hate that shit so much.
That are like the most sobering for me when I watch this stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, this is for 7-year-olds.
It's like it's like if they did that shit in like the '95 like Power Rangers movie. It's like, all right, kids, like hold your hands together and we can bring Zordon back.
It's like Cell was saying while we were watching it. What will save us is the power of our target audience. I mean, the children.
But it's gonna happen at school the next day. You know, all the little kids are gonna show up and be like, "Hey, did you believe in the Boonboomgers? Yeah, I believed in the Boonboomgers. Did you believe in the Boonboomgers? Yeah, I believed in the Boonboomgers.
Did you hold your precious Boonboonger merch while you did it?
You know what? Speaking, like, you just made me think about that too. Points to the Power Rangers movie again. The kids actually do something of importance.
Yeah.
They save the parents.
Yep.
I still say it should have been Bulk and Skull who led that charge. But
Bulk and Skull.
Yeah, we had that moment.
Yeah,
talk about that later.
Joe was helping. What was it? Not Deco Traveler. That's a fucking shift car.
Deco Torade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Deco Torade, because they were fighting mooks together.
Yeah.
And like the one police officer shows up, but the kids. Keep in mind, the one kid from that one clip episode shows up, and it's like, no, or the clip episode.
I was expecting the cop, just like the kids are blocking, and the cop just takes out his pistol, shoots in the air. Fuck yeah, you little brats!
These children are rebelling.
That's what they would have done in an '80s Sentai.
Oh fuck!
Like, I mean, like, obviously, like, you're not gonna, like, you know, browbeat the. I hope you're not gonna, like, browbeat the kids down, but like. I am picturing it's like, okay, sir, you're a full-grown adult. You can just, like, walk through them.
Yeah, just shove them.
You don't even need to do that. You just need to exert any form of forward momentum.
Yeah.
It's just
children.
What are you gonna do? Tell the parents?
But we took care of all the Boom Boom cars. Shashiro's like, oh, don't worry, I took care of that. You just see them all on fire. Can't be used if you're on fire.
I think the idea was that Saibu reprogrammed them because they were implying that it was up to Saibu and that she did something of importance,
okay.
but they were never super explicit about what she did. So I assume she helped fix the cars.
Can we talk about a shot that apparently is going to be in the finale? I hope someone has the shot of Saibu. Yeah,
Saibu holding the changer.
I swear to God, if this is another fucking cop out, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
It's gonna be a cop out.
It's gonna be a cop out.
It's just her pointing it out, being like, "I'm a Boonboomger too. I don't even need to use this to."
You're Taya.
As much as I would absolutely love for her to actually turn into Boon White, probably not going to happen.
Call this a Kevin Smith movie because it's a cop-out.
Especially since the show did this already with the second Boon Paint. We fell for that.
I know. I'm so pissed with that. I'm so
Can't keep
pissed.
secrets in this day and age, you know. So like,
she's gonna hold it out, and she's gonna summon like a vehicle or something.
Yeah.
She also just tries to do like the 3 thing. She doesn't roll it from the bottom. She's like, why is this fucking working?
How do you do this?
Yeah, she was too busy just looking at Midoriya all the time.
So yes, the wedding is underway, and as Spindo is about to put his mind control ring on Mira,
we all Shrek'd out.
he says just the most romantic thing. I win.
Oh yeah, then I said, if I ever get married. That is like, it's so evil.
Game over.
And then Taya comes in and objects, and it's a whole episode 1 situation all over again.
Mm-hmm. I did like when she did the little kick with dress on.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Where she kicks off the monkey.
Monkey.
Actually, you know what would have been hilarious? If they went even further and he didn't say I do, he said I win, so it's not binding.
Yeah.
That would have been amazing.
Is that not how you do weddings on Earth? That's what we say in the Sharian weddings.
Here's the thing for those of you who don't know. This doesn't mean anything. Like, wedding ceremonies are that. It's a ceremony.
Yeah.
What gets you married is signing something.
Yeah. Signing the legally binding contract.
Oh. Yeah.
Trust me, I joked about that with my cousin once. He was running away from his own wedding, like just to go back to his car. I'm like, hey, he's ditching from the wedding. He's like, the papers are already signed.
We did
we're already technically married. This is just for show. In my head, I'm like, holy shit, really? What?
Yeah. As the team all assembles,
I object.
It was such a good moment. I started to get like King Odra vibes. It's like everyone just like assembled there, and like they're about to henshin, and it's like the big final climactic battle, and they're all there about to henshin, and I'm like, fuck yeah, go all in, team henshin, roll call, let's fucking do this shit.
There you go, each
man, that is a real good energy.
It was good.
I got you Sinky in the gap.
That was really nice. Yeah, like they pulled out the stops for that.
No, when Taya was like smiling, he's like, "Yeah, that's very." And I was like, "Oh, he's gonna say explosive." And he's like, "Boonboomger." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I guess that works too."
Yeah. But yeah, I was so excited. They put the jackets on. It's like, this is the final up. I'm like, oh yeah, let's do it. Fuck.
They still haven't mastered music yet.
Yeah. And I love that, like, even though this is the second last episode, this was I guess the last like traffic safety bit, and their final traffic rule was obey the traffic rules.
Yes, sir.
Thanks,
I
wish.
win.
An email. you know what I was gonna say too? Like, you know, it was a nice looking set, like a green screen set, I should say.
Yeah.
Do you know what the one thing that was missing? If you're gonna have a wedding scene where it's the villains, right? How do you not have the mooks as the witnesses? Come on!
Just have the pews filled with Nancy Reddas?
Yes!
That would have been hilarious.
Come on!
And have them all in little tuxedos?
Yes!
That would have been great.
When Rita and Zed got married, wasn't there a bunch of monsters?
Yeah!
That's how you do it. Like, we're having a
Zed
fucking wedding.
Left in that chair.
Have fun with it.
They could have, like, even, like, all the dead monsters of the week. Like, we brought you back, like, the used Majus, just like in the movie.
Yeah.
But again, just for the wedding.
You cut to Gran Turismo wiping his eye. I always cry at weddings.
You see the
Toilet
one
monsters
show
crying.
up and it's just like,
Oh, no.
didn't you die? I got better.
Yep.
Oh no! Gran Turismo is his best man. Just who's giving us away? Oh, resurrects Cannonborg. Dearly beloved.
Oh man. But yeah, very great episode, and next week is the finale.
Can't believe we're already there.
Oh,
It was
he
like
won
yesterday. We were all like, I don't know about those.
Soon we will, in fact, have to stop the Boon Boom.
Oh, no.
Oh, I don't want to start the boom boom.
But the Ghost users are scary.
They're too pointy.
They're assholes.
they're all assholes, and they don't wear their colors.
I'm gonna say this: like the Boonboomger theme is gonna go down as something I'm just gonna be listening to for the rest of my life. Honestly.
Oh, I listen to it every time I'm driving, in my head at least.
Nice. In my head.
In my head. And yeah, I saw the stage performance of the Gozuger theme. Unfortunately, as is my experience, live show versions of songs are not usually great. I'm sure the recorded version will be much better.
Oh, it still sounds pretty good though.
But I did find out that the band doing the Gozuger opening, Wieners, I realized where I know them from. They're the band that did the opening to Digimon Ghost Game, which is a fucking banger.
Nice.
Cool.
Who's opening for them? Buns.
Losers.
Stop it. Losers. But yeah, penultimate episode. Can't believe we're there.
Yeah.
Hell
Does that mean the band members are condiments?
Oh, God damn.
We gotta stop this. Why don't we get on to our feature topic, and we get hopefully our guests will be arriving.
Dropping through the time hole. Shortly.
Right on time.
They should be on time now.
They're wizards.
Right on right time.
There.
I told you we shouldn't have stopped for that, dog.
You missed all our whole discussion on the Gavin Boonboomger episodes.
No, Boonboomger. Let's move on. No.
Oh no!
We do.
The Boon Boon is stopping. No.
All right, feature topic.
All right, guys. Can I just say I really love the Gotchard Daybreak movie. I like it's the greatest Rider movie ever created. Everything was perfect, like 11 out of 10. The suits were good. The character development and stuff was fantastic. In fact, you know what? Gotchard itself was just a really good show. It was the best Rider show we've ever got.
You know,
That's
Lane,
right.
I was going to believe you for a moment until you said Gotchard was your favorite Rider show. What's going on with that?
He's just right. He's correct. It's the best.
Yeah, no, I'm not totally being like forced to say this at gunpoint. Please help me.
If I see those eyes blink.
It's an audio podcast. How can you see him
You
blink?
don't scare me. I'm not afraid to detract.
Decker and I have ways.
Like, I'll say this: you said you made me want to consider acting because you sounded pretty sincere there.
That was convincing for a while.
I did take 4 years of high school drama.
True.
I am trained.
I missed these guys.
But yeah, welcome everyone. We're here for the Gotchard Daybreak future movie, and I gotta say, for a Gotchard movie, because I don't like Gotchard that much, it was cool. I like it.
No, I'll flat out say it right now. This is the best summer movie we've gotten since, I want to say, freaking the Zeo summer movie.
Jesus Christ, that's a claim.
I don't think we'll make it at the end.
Here's my
I think this is my
slightly hot
favorite
opinion.
Rider movie.
As a person who adores Gotchard, like top 5 writer series of all time,
Damn.
I think this movie kind of stinks for the first half.
Wow.
I think it takes a. I think this movie. I don't know if I should get into it now, but I think that this movie does an oopsie that I think really messes with my favorite part of Gotchard, and it kind of that bit kind of fucks with me, and that is specifically the future Hotaro. But if we wanna like go through the plot first, that's fine, and I can get to that point later.
What's really fucking me is I heard a cat meowing, and I just started looking around.
Yeah,
I'm
that
like, oh,
was
my cats are
distracting.
sleeping. Why do I not
That's
hear
my
one?
bad. My cat's yelling right now. That's my bad.
That's all right. I was just like,
Can I say my what I like? Wait, sorry,
Go for it.
I love this movie.
No.
Here's the thing. I think this movie is like kind of bad for most of it, but I also kind of love the movie.
I love the movie. I don't think the movie is actually bad at all.
I think I'll say this: the movie, not even the movie, the show, set up this movie so well. Because nowadays, a movie, a TV movie, not even a TV movie, a movie based on a TV show is usually more grand, more like bigger than life. You won't see this in the show. But since it's all filmed with the same equipment, it mostly feels the same. But I feel like the creative team behind Gotchard, they planted the seeds well enough into the show for Gotchard that when you got to the movie, it feels like an extension of the show instead of a movie, if that makes sense. Like, it feels like an hour-long.
For sure, I agree.
I think what you're saying, you nailed it there. Like, because Daybreak is like, I remember him from Gotchard, Like, so they set him
Daybreak
up
was the best suit in the entire series, so I was excited to see more of him.
great suit, yeah. Like, but not even that. Like, I was like, okay, that's an interesting idea they're doing with him. So when I found out this is what the movie
I
is,
also have something.
Go ahead, Dagger.
I also have something about Daybreak that I want to say near the end because I think it will tie into the actual show. I'll get to it.
Okay.
So yeah, apparently this takes place between episodes 43 and 44. It's been a while since I've seen.
And the canon's weird.
It takes place
Well, we'll get to
before
that
the
at the
episode
end,
where Kajiki got his fucking brain melted.
Oh, okay.
Which explains why they don't bother melting his brain anywhere in this movie.
Yeah, I guess so.
He just sneaks onto the train and no one does anything about it.
He's just kind of there.
I mean, he probably did.
He's lovable.
Fucking mind wipe because Minato's gonna be Minato.
The funny thing for me with that was, I'm like, bro, on a normal train, not even a time train, would you stick your head out the window?
I just love
I
the
mean,
idea
that's how
of
you get imagined.
I love the idea of Kajiki sticking his head out of the time traveling train. I just picture his head just like appearing in a random spot in the world.
Yeah.
And then like as his head is just floating there sideways, years are going by in seconds.
He has a beard when he comes back.
Okay,
Okay, actually, can I tell a quick story?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was saying, why would you do that? And I was like, oh wait, I kind of did that. Years ago when I was driving to Florida, like I went to sleep while we were driving, because we just drove there 24 hours straight, right?
Jesus.
And when it was my turn to sleep,
I'm
I
sorry.
got this weird, it was fun. I got this weird blanket, and when I woke up, I was covered in whatever this blanket was made of. Like, it looked like I just wrestled a dog or something. And so, like, I was like, you know what? I'm weird. I'm weird asleep, and, like, I'm covered in the shit I don't want to be covered in. We're going down the goddamn highway. This is, like, in Tennessee or something. And I just, like, you know how, like, cars have that thing you hold on to.
Oh yeah,
above the window.
The bar.
Yeah, because I'm in the front passenger seat. I hold onto that with my left hand, and I just like my torso is out the fucking the car as we're going down this highway. Because I wanted to get that crap
really
off
funny.
me.
Wow.
And wake up a little. So I guess what I'm saying is, oh wait, I shouldn't throw rocks in glass houses. That's the lesson here.
It's just by the end of the movie. Hey, where's Kajiki at? Meanwhile, on another train, you must eat this rice. It's like, dude, I just want to go home.
I just love that,
Coffee's
like,
good though.
After all this magical time travel activating chemi bullshit, we like Gigantliner happens, and then the way we actually get to the alternate future timeline is with a real ass train with a fucking tuxedo mask thing strapped to the front of it.
That was hilarious.
Yeah,
So funny.
stupid.
Well, yeah,
Mario
so
Odyssey.
I like it. It's cute.
It's
No, I mean,
good
it's
money
cute,
to get
yeah.
a train in the movie.
It's cool that they got a
An
real
actual
train.
train.
Yeah.
I can't believe we booked him.
Like, but it's the fact that it looks like they tape on cardboard to the front of this thing. It's like, now it's a time travel.
It looks like someone took a giant tuxedo mask and just put it on the face of a real train.
Back to the Future 3, this was not. Let's just say that.
I do like that they even asked Kaguya though, like, it's like, Kaguya, like, what are you doing here? It's like, oh well, I saw a vision from the future. Something bad happened. Can't you take us there? And it's just like, oh, I can't take you there because it's a separate timeline.
I can't fucking believe Kaguya shoved his golden jewel encrusted dick into this movie too.
No. Hey, Legend is a Gotchard rider too, so he's got.
I think it's fun. His appearance is so funny.
In the end of his arc in the show, they clearly established that he saw the Daybreak future.
Yeah, because
that's true.
He saw it was Hotaro, and he was just like, "Oh my God, Hotaro's all sad and in trouble. I gotta go see my friend."
Quick thing, going back for a second. Hold on. What was the name of the train, if anyone remembers? It had a good name.
Gigantliner?
Yeah.
Gigantliner.
That was the big train Kemi. Do you mean the name of the
No, the actual train.
Oh, it was
okay.
I remember seeing
I have
it.
the movie pulled up. I literally have the movie pulled up.
Lombo
right now.
Express or some shit.
It had a clever name, if I'm remembering correctly.
It was like something Express. It was on
is
this side and red.
If this movie would play a little faster.
Something Latin, I think. But
I remember it was on top of the windows on the side.
yeah, like they only show it once, so it's like just that one little moment. But when you find
guys
it,
keep talking, I'll find it.
Yeah. Where were we? Yeah, the whole thing is like, oh, we got to go back to the. Okay, this is what the timeline sort of fucked with me.
The setup was
Where
that
are they going?
The setup is that Dread Troopers start dropping into the current timeline through a time portal in the sky, and they figure out that they're coming from the Daybreak future timeline.
Yeah.
So 20 years into the future.
Yeah.
Daybreak timeline is like Back to the Future 2 timeline.
Yeah. Post-apocalyptic alternate future.
Yeah, so they're going to the future. That is their future if they don't fix the problem now?
No.
Or is
No, it was the future of when... It's the future of when the Jimano no Orochi amalgam wasn't stopped by Daybreak. So
yeah, this is a callback to an earlier episode.
Yeah.
Where Daybreak showed up.
It's first appearance.
Okay, and then credit to this.
I have a chart.
Oh, nice. I have a chart.
Oh boy, he's got the board just like I did for episode 2 of Zero.
That's why we have Decker. No, that's why we have Decker here. He's our resident Gotchard.
What is it?
Bring it up when you have it.
Did they show the name of the train?
They absolutely did. It was on the side of it.
Paleo Express.
That's it. Paleo Express.
Yeah, okay.
Found it.
Keep going with what you were saying. Gar.
I was like, isn't that a diet?
Oh, yeah. No, they I like that the movie clearly shows where the timeline splits.
Yeah.
Like in the show.
Yeah.
Like even showing two separate scenes are like everyone remembers it this way.
What if it did?
This timeline is what happened actually. And like when Grayon shows up, he kicks fucking ass.
Yep.
In the bad way, and it causes Hotaro to lose his eye.
Oh, I loved that shot of just him like holding his eye, like he's like and I was like,
They're
holy
screaming.
shit, dude.
It's a really good, like, simple visual, like, device to show how fucked things are.
He's older. He's slightly blind. He's edgier. He has no depth perception, which is hilarious because there were several scenes where he was like, you know, like handshaking and high fiving Hotaru, and I wanted so bad for him to just miss.
You know what? No, I want to bring that up quickly. I love that Hotaru is played by a different actor since it's like 20 years into the future. He's like in his 30s.
Yeah.
So it's a different actor.
Well,
But they didn't feel like getting a different actor for alternate timeline Kudo.
Yeah, it's fine. No, I mean, it would look weird.
Kudo is dead.
Well, yeah, because she,
Girl dies.
quote unquote, dies when she's the age that she is.
She
in the
dies,
show.
and then we find out later she put her soul into the sun card.
You know what, guys? Though I think it would have
I'm
been.
trying to say ghost age.
Turn myself into a Chemi card, Hotaru.
I think it would have been.
Kudo!
I think it would have been a lot more meaningful if he had lost his eye because a cat just kind of scratched it out.
Ah, the Nick Fury approach.
Last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye.
Also,
Harper 1 and I got into a heated argument, and he ripped my eye out.
Jesus.
paleo, by the way, means like old, ancient. So it's like the Ancient Express. That's why I was like, oh, that's a good name for a time traveling train.
Yes.
I'm surprised we got. I was about to say I'm surprised we got through this movie without a Deno reference, but that's wrong because Legend summons him.
There you go.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm right.
Also, future Hotaru is, if you saw Ultraman Saga, it's Daigo's actor.
He voiced. I'm pretty sure it's the same. He voiced. Like he didn't show up obviously out of suit, but he voiced Future Hotaru in those earlier episodes.
For short, we should refer to him as Futaro.
Oh, sorry, not Daigo, Taiga. Right.
Yeah,
the host.
but the actor's name is actually Daigo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's where I was getting it confused.
Yes.
Yeah.
All caps, Daigo.
So this alternate timeline version of Garyon has these three underlings who they reveal over the course of the movie are evil homunculus copies of Spanner, Lachesis, and Minato. The first and last of which
was fucking scary.
The first and last of which I guessed correctly. I guessed Spanner correctly literally seconds before he revealed his mask because he was like, "Oh, Kurogane Spanner," and I'm like, "I'm you," and then he pulled off the mask and I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Spanner's just like, "Have I always been that ugly?"
Like Gar said, specifically Minato's the whatever his actually the clone's name was. He did a great job.
Alzald was his name. I wrote down all the names.
You haven't seen Mars Attacks, right?
No.
This is a great line from Jack Nicholson. I just wanted to let them know that we still have 2 of the 3 branches of government, and that ain't bad. You got 2 out of 3 on that one, Ichi. That ain't bad.
The one that caught me off guard was the short white one, the female one. I was fully ready for that to be a clone of Kudo.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it was Lachesis.
Like, do we want to talk about Minato now or later?
We're getting into the 3 mooks. Let's talk about Minato.
Okay, because like you guys were saying, like, one, he was scary, but like we were talking about how the fact, like, oh, I feel so good for this actor because he had to play such a reserved guy throughout most of the show, and then they said, okay, just go nuts, like, have fun.
There was 1 or 2 episodes where I was like, oh my god, they finally let Kudo act and emote.
Yes.
This was Minato's version of that.
Yeah.
I was just about to say, I think that, like...
Holy shit, he went full Joker.
He was putting his head through railings. Like I was like half expecting him to legit get stuck.
He probably was.
The like messed up eye was a really nice touch. I don't know why they didn't give the other 2 that, but like that was a really nice.
Smacked of Rancic.
But didn't you know Spanner had a scar on his
how
he was bleeding
maybe
oil.
That's how the Minato of the Daybreak timeline died. He got a scar.
Maybe. It's the same eye that Hotaru lost, which I think is interesting. It's probably not. Probably doesn't mean anything, but
probably doesn't. But you know what does mean something? Spanner staying in the past.
Thank God, as he should be.
Shut up,
Yeah, because Kage is like, I will join with you, and Spanner's like, the fuck you will. You're staying with me so we can protect our present.
You're too expensive to be on for the whole movie.
I also love when they were fighting the Spanner clone. Hellclite was his name apparently, and he turns into the angel lead fucking Malgam, and he's like, "Shall I revive your parents so you can watch them die for a 7th time?"
That's hard. I love it. His look was
that was really funny.
Yep.
What amalgam? I forgot. What amalgam did the other two turn into?
One of them was a
Dragonalis and fuck, I forgot.
it was Orochi, I think.
Yeah, Jumano no Orochi.
The angel one, had we saw that before?
Yes. Those are all amalgams we've seen before.
Oh, okay. The angel one I thought was
maybe
new.
I don't know about Dragonalos. I'm not sure if.
Yes, no, Dragonalis. Yes, that was the episode where Rene's dad dies for no reason.
Oh, fun. Which is also great because we see Fuga in this where they like Captain Planet their rings together to activate the time portal or whatever, and then he like melts into goo again.
Oh yeah, his alchemy
Yes.
body died. It used up all the mana it had.
And everyone's talking about it in the chat.
Let's go,
This wasn't there for like a second.
Yeah, that evil Lachesis died real quick.
It reeked.
She's not in this movie. Yeah.
Conflicts.
Yeah,
You know,
I
like
think
maybe
so.
they had her for a day.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
maybe she was busy filming the show. Because remember, you gotta remember they're filming the show while they're also doing like the movie.
No, yeah, I'm sure. Like it was a scheduling conflict. It had that feel, is all I'm saying.
But I will say this: I loved the creative like liberties they took with like, hey, where's Lucky? Because like Atropos and
Lotho.
Lofo are helping Daybreak. We're just gonna call him Daybreak because that's what Hotaro also calls his future self. He just calls him Daybreak.
I would just call him Daybreak. Yeah, just call him Daybreak.
Yeah. So they're helping Daybreak. It's like, where's Lachesis? And it's just like, oh, she gave her life to protect us. They didn't need to go all Sin City Quentin Tarantino style like death scene, but they did, and I love it.
The only thing I didn't really like about that. Go ahead.
Sorry, that just prove how Durion is like, I don't really give a fuck, because in the show he just plays around with them and only like quote unquote cares about Atropos, but like the moment he's able to deal like at least scar Gotchard, and then he's like, you know what, I can just make new ones. I don't need you three.
My big problem with Garyon in general throughout this whole movie is his end game was always turn the Earth gold. If he's quote unquote conquered the world, why hasn't he done that?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
You have to remember. You have to remember. By the end of the movie, it's revealed that that's not really Grayon. That is
that's the Dark King.
That's the Dark King. He's already taken over his body.
You know what? That's the explanation, because it wasn't actually him. It was a fake. It was homunculus.
Okay, Garion's whole thing is that he's following a false prophet.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
What I was going to say real quick earlier is the only thing that I didn't really like about Lachesis her inclusion. They could have. She wasn't really that. None of the sisters were that important to this movie. And they did kind of force in the idea that her instrument was like really important, and they just used it to like open a gate. Like that's all they do.
I feel like we could have made a copy of that with alchemy at any point.
Yeah, I don't think we needed that one.
I was gonna say, I love though that they sort of like, okay, if we're doing alternate timelines, we have to think of where everyone is in relation to that. And most of them are dead. It's fine.
Yep.
All those tombstones
Also,
we see.
We all have to. Also, you have to remember, this movie has to do everything under an hour.
That's true.
Yeah.
So like, nothing wrong with what they did, but
I will say Future Hotaro was probably my favorite part of this whole movie, just because I just loved how like cold he was, and like a great example was like they go to back to the base or whatever like that, and there's like Fire Hopper 1, and like Hotaro's like, oh my god, Hopper 1, so good to see you, and the Future One's just like, fuck you, get back in your card, and then he just
get back in your card, Pikachu.
He just slips him into a binder with like the rest of the other chemis. Now it's just like, shit, man, this shit changed you.
I literally wrote in my notes, silence Pikachu.
also I never want to see the Speedo fucking guy ever again.
We gotta talk about this for 4 hours.
Oh
Hey, I have a fun fact for him.
This is alchemy, I promise.
Do you have a fun reason? Go ahead.
No. Okay, because originally, this was in like a book that they released after the show came out. He was supposed to be Future Kajiki, but they scrapped it because it doesn't work with Daybreak's story.
Okay.
Which I don't know why, because they don't show that Kajiki dies. Like, he doesn't have a gravestone. I feel like they totally could have done that.
Yeah, I feel like that was the original plan. Like,
probably just threw him in a ditch somewhere.
I mean, most likely.
I feel like it totally could have worked. I feel like that was something they didn't need. They didn't need to scrap.
Maybe that's the director's cut that shows all of them.
Maybe Butler is Future Kajiki.
No, I'm just saying, it's just Kajiki just looks and it's like, Where am I? Oh, you're in America. You're fine.
You eloped with your girlfriend and you're fine.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Okay, like this is just a whole like.
Sorry, you go for it, Gar.
I'm just thinking like this whole like post-apocalyptic. Thank you.
Post-eucalyptus.
Go boom.
It's just the Mad Max rules where it's just Japan. Everywhere else is fine.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
It's just Japan.
Okay, but no, for real, we gotta talk about this guy because like he's introduced as he is. Like he's naked, save for a very like plaid speedo. Not even plaid, like
rainbowy.
No, like what's the term for when it's squares of different colors?
Mosaic,
I guess. But like he's got that. He's got a fucking Ghostbusters helmet on where he's like trying to like see into the key or something.
This is an alchemy thing, I swear.
Like, why are you naked though?
Out.
Like,
it took me the fuck out, man.
Dude, it was like weird comedy for this guy.
I hated it so much.
Yeah, there's a weird thing with railroad movies right now, because even in 01 and Geats, they always have like a comedic actor to be in a movie for some reason.
I was looking at that and I'm like, is this a reference I'm not remembering?
I legit think it's just, we need to put laughs for the kids.
Also,
like
one thing that was very uncomfortable is they put the Speedo guy next to freaking Atropos.
Yeah,
and I'm like, please move the child away from the muscled man.
Wasn't the Boonboomger movie also have like a comedian in it?
Yeah, a YouTuber.
They got a YouTuber.
I get the people in suits thinking, unfortunately. Like, kids like to laugh. Put one of those in the movie. And then when he put on that lab coat, though, he could not have had more Rick Sanchez energy, I swear. Like,
that was really funny when they like put that on like it was covering anything.
Yeah.
Like, it's
and
weird
also,
that it's
I was like, is this a character I'd forgotten?
Nah, he's just a weird character they introduced in the movie. Also, the machine that he was like doing something with when we first see him. If you look closely, that's the Shugadam throne.
Oh fuck!
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I thought it looked vaguely familiar.
That's funny. So
yeah,
what is this
Shugadam
for the
with cards on it.
Why does he look like Daniel Radcliffe in that scene?
Oh, like in Kimbo.
It was nice to see two Gold Dash together as they ride off into like the final battle.
Gold Dash, the cooler Gold Dash
is the bike. Yeah, Gold Dash is such a cool bike.
Yeah, actually, I don't know if they made another Gold Dash because in the show, they in the behind the scene, they said that the Gold Dash for Daybreak is just a normal one with stickers over it. So I don't know if they make two of them because we see them both riding at the same time.
Yeah, it just has like some fire stickers on it.
Yeah. Slightly before this scene, we get the whole backstory of why Daybreak is so edgy because his version of Kudo got stabbed to death by the secret Hades King Beast God thing, and apparently that emotional prompt from him is what caused the cards to turn into their Daybreak forms.
Here's where I'm gonna make my point. Here's where I'm gonna make my point, which is my biggest gripe with the movie. So I love Gotchard. It's like top 5 writer series. And I love it because I love Hotaro as a character. That's like 90% of the reason why I love it. And I love Hotaro because like all of what I love about Hotaro can be summed up in the Rainbow debut, where it's like he kills Hopper 1, and then he's really bummed, and then he's stuck in the egg with Nijigon, and then Nijigon's like, hey, you can just stay in here with me, and like we'll be safe. And Hotaro's like gets up and he's like, you know what? I'm bummed. I'm bummed as hell, but like I know what I have to do. I have to fight. And I'm not gonna give up. And then he gets Rainbow, and it's probably my favorite Final Form debut in recent writer history, and I love it. And this movie is all of that, but the opposite, where everyone like Hotaro loses people that he loves, and he just gives up, and I don't really love that. I think that's a little.
Okay, but you gotta understand. He has been gradually losing everyone one by one,
which is
going
totally
to break
fair.
His mental at some point.
I think it's totally fair. He definitely loses way more than just Hopper 1, which is totally fair. But in my opinion, I think Hotaro is I don't want to say he's a static character because he does grow as the series goes on, but I think that like that like grit and that like ability to just persevere is a trait that doesn't leave him throughout the whole series, and that's what makes me love him. And to just like make a movie, I think they both it's both like I'm not a huge fan of him just kind of giving up, but he also kind of gets over it really fast. It's like the scene where like he talks with Rine and Rine's just like, hey, can you be Hotaro again? And he's like, yeah, okay. Like that's kind of what happens.
The thing you have to keep in mind more than anything with regards to this version of Hotaro is this is the timeline that's not supposed to happen. This is the version of Hotaro that doesn't overcome those obstacles. And that's why he grows in this movie, because actual Hotaro is here to help him.
Sure. I think that the precedent is there. I think that he literally loses everything. So I think it doesn't come out of nowhere. But to me, I think that Hotaro is such an inspiring character that like it felt off watching.
Yeah,
the
but
movie.
I would have liked a scene of him like they're like, oh, Hotaro, man, like we lost Spanner today. Oh, it's all right, guys. Spanner may be gone, but that doesn't mean we'll lose the fight. If he was acting like that, I'd be like, dude,
that's deranged.
It's okay to have your strong, like positive characters. Sometimes they lose. Sometimes they hit a sad point.
Here's the main. I think I'm okay with him. I think I'm more okay with him like excuse me. I think I'm more okay with him like getting into that state of despair after he thinks Rine dies. But I never really liked the scene where it's like Rine is like, come on, Hotaro, like come on, be like. We gotta help this, and Hotaro's just like, nah, my friends are dead.
I love that, like the future Kudo who's died and put her soul in the sun. She starts like, oh, the Hotaro I know is more straightforward and always looks ahead. And in my head, I just have him respond with, yeah, well, I can't do that anymore because I'm short one eye.
Symbol my loss.
I have no depth perception. I can't move forward.
You only look half ahead.
Yeah. All that to say,
I'm just surprised he's able to fight that way with one eye.
You know what would have been a great, like, I know this is probably like really stupid. I'm like really overthinking it, but I would have loved if like the Gotchard Daybreak suit, just like where he lost his eye, you just see like where
Damage.
it's blue. It's blue. It's just black. Like,
don't they do that with Amazon's? Where it's like the cracked eyes.
Yes.
Alpha,
Amazon
when he lost his eyes,
Alpha like gray eyes.
Yeah, because technically it's more of a monster form than an actual rider suit, right? So it's like
it's a biological suit.
It's like they're channeling their inner demon.
Also, no mention of Hotaro's mother in this movie.
Nope.
He's probably dead,
dude.
Not important.
Or father.
The Gotchard movies and Hotaro's mom have like the worst relationship, because like it's the same thing with the Geats and Gotchard movie where he's just really mean to his mom for no reason.
No update on the mystery. No update on the mystery dad either.
Just could you imagine he just goes home and just like, oh hi sweetie, how was your day? Oh, it was cool. Went to the future, kicked ass, we won.
Feel like the thing with Hotaro's dad, like they were trying to figure out like what they could do with his dad, and that's why they left him a mystery, and then they literally just couldn't think of anything that would work in the show.
That's what it feels like at this point.
Yeah.
From what I remember,
if I'm correct, there's something about his dad in the stage show.
Oh, great.
Oh, I thought they were just like, I thought, from what I remember, I thought there was a thing that came out at the end of Gotchard where they were like, in the beginning we thought about it, but like very early on we decided that his dad was not at all important to the story.
Well, sometimes that genuinely happens. Sometimes you have an idea, but you don't go anywhere with it because your story becomes something different. It evolves.
See, Narutaki.
it's like when you hack the toys and then you find all these like extra sounds and stuff because like they just had all these fucking ideas to throw around, but then they just never came to life.
Hello, Talon Ranger and Dino Charge.
I just love that the term "hack the toys" is applicable.
Yeah,
it's so great.
Also, I think Hotaro's dad is dead because throughout the entire show, why does his mom keep looking at the picture and going, "Oh, if you were here, maybe Hotaro would be more happy than usual."
Well, I think the implication was that he was just traveling.
Yeah, well, I was hoping for he would, if they had them in this movie, he could have gone to the restaurant, it's all in debris and ruin, and then he looks at the picture and there's still that like fucking light shade over his dad's head.
Yeah.
Like, God damn it.
I will
get the insane reveal that the naked guy's his dad.
I will say thanks.
No.
I will say thanks to this movie though that like future Hotoro, even though like technically he like doesn't exist because like the timeline doesn't actually exist. He's my favorite.
Okay, I have a theory on that one.
I love the eye patch. I like how like kind of dark and he is, and just like I gotta actually agree with Ichi. Like Gotchard Daybreak is pretty fucking sick. So
it's a great suit.
Best suit in the show.
Speaking of suits, the movie exclusive forms.
Miracle and Shining.
Yeah, they grew on me.
I like them.
I like
them.
They
grew on me. I pretty much every time I saw a Gotchard, like throughout the entire show, anytime a new Gotchard form would show up, I would be like, "That's hot ass." Terrible, that definitely applied to the.
Oh, so you meant hot space ass, not hot hyphen ass.
You know what? I want to use that the next time I shit on a suit. I'm just gonna be like, that's hot ass.
Yeah, no, dude. I think there's a written record of every time a new Gotchard form would come out, I'd be like, wow, that's terrible. But eventually they grew on me.
I'm like. Yeah, and I'm the complete opposite. Whenever a new form comes out, like, holy shit, this is epic.
I think these forms did well. Specifically,
Sorry, Mario.
Okay, so let's talk about the other new suit in this, which is Kamen Rider Eld, aka the prototype McDonald driver.
I think it's better. It's better than the one that we got in the end of the show because
I like the gold.
Overall, I do like it better than Dorado.
Yeah. No, Dorado is the one in this movie.
Right. This is Dorado, the one in the series is Eld.
Stupid because it should be flipped.
I agree, it's stupid. But my one problem is the chest piece on the movie form is clearly recycled from Grease Perfect Kingdom, which is not good.
Yes.
Other than that, I really like the suit.
Well, it's clearly
I like the look of the suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks cool. Yeah.
Like the
Millennium Driver.
And I think the undersuit was taken from one of the Dark Kings. I forgot which one. It's not Gigas. It's the one that died first.
Is part of that helmet one of the Applerators?
That does look like Eden.
The helmet is completely new.
Okay.
It does have that. It does smack of it a little bit. I understand. But yeah, honestly, I was expecting the scythe that he fought with was pretty cool, but aside from that, he didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
It's the Nemine Moon scythe.
Yeah.
You get that cool shot of underneath the grate though. That was
cool. Oh yeah, that one shot where they were under
there. That felt like they realized, hey, we can go down there. Why do we get a shot of that?
Found a stairwell.
Yeah, let's do it.
There's no stairwell. He just threw an expendable crew member down there.
Hello. I'd like to come out now.
It's like the bilge from Divatox's ship.
It puts the cinematographer in the hole.
You know what's really funny? Like the whole movie, I'm just like watching this. I'm like, man, it's kind of stupid that like Gotchard Daybreak isn't getting like a new form or something. And then it literally shows up. I was like, oh,
I forgot that these forms were in this movie. I thought they were in graduations.
I like that they're different too. I like that they're like different
yes.
Like
new in different ways.
It's shining.
I like
copper one and
it's very holographic.
And they both represents what they are right now. If I say so myself, because one uses the sun, the other one uses all the powers of the chemis.
Yeah. I mean, Hotaro literally uses Nijigon for Nijigon's still in the belt.
Yeah.
And
That's why I'm sad Emma's not here.
Save the train. Because the train gets stuck during the final battle.
Oh yeah.
My favorite thing in the whole fucking movie was how everyone back in the present timeline decides, okay, we're gonna plug the fucking time hole and stop the mooks from coming from the future into the present. So what do? They draw a magic circle which floats up into the sky and apparently acts as a giant fucking magical trampoline and literally boing and bounces the fucking shit-shaped flood of dreads back up into the time hole.
There could not have been a more perfect and more stupid visual. I loved it.
It's so cool.
I love it.
It's Homer in the Springs.
Yeah.
Trimbopoli!
And,
Oh my
and then we
fucking
have,
god.
Then we have Ringe Zekimpire and Sabimaru UFOX.
That was cute. I like that.
I like that.
That's a little moment.
I just like Sabimaru, like, am I a cover writer now?
Am I doing it?
Oh.
Very close.
Holy shit.
And then it's like they just look down on the ground, just like, hey, who's that helping Spanner? I don't know. Oh shit,
is it
that
Gummy
gummies?
Tsukasa
Cool.
cameo.
There's also that one shot of Daybreak, like as their cards all go scattered, and then like dead other Kudo does her inspiring speech, and then Daybreak gets back to his feet and he's holding like 5 cards in his hand, and I'm like, what are you about to pendulum summon?
I'm gonna beat this shit.
With the scale
Like
1
some
King
greed.
Liner and the scale 9 Shining Hopper, or whatever the fuck.
I use Pot of Greed. That allows me to draw 2 cards, which makes me activate Pot of Greed.
No, it's a rush duel. He draws 5 cards every turn.
You can't beat you on this one.
Yeah, no.
And he still summons
And
Pot of Greed.
And he
Speaking
also
of,
added a cool detail. Oh, you go first, Gar.
I was gonna no. You finish what you were gonna say, then I'll cut back to me.
Oh, okay, because during that moment, I noticed like a really cute detail, because in the start of the movie where you see Daybreak transform, he has a different henshin pose, but once he got his resolve back and then be like how he was to stop Guerrilla once and for all, he did his normal henshin that he always does.
Nice.
Because the first one he does his arm is reaching up to the sky, and then he does like a rock star pose. But then later on he did his normal pose.
Nice. I did not notice.
Yeah, so that's nice.
Speaking of
Well,
rider
if you were a
poses,
Gotchard fan.
but speaking of cards and rider poses, Masahiro Inoue makes a cameo in this movie.
I
Oh, my
couldn't
God.
fucking believe it. Decade showed up.
I fucking love that Decade showed up just to fucking pass the torch over to Kaguya. and
Just
be
to
like,
flirt with him.
You're the new Decade kid.
He showed up, and I'm like, you're supposed to be dead.
No, but we find out that was
My death was
not the real
very exaggerated.
Tsukasa. That was an alternate version of him.
Of fucking course it was.
Thanks, Wiki.
I wasn't in that video
You
movie.
can't destroy Decade. Decade's too fucking powerful.
And he wasn't even supposed to be in the movie. He just totally went, hey, Tsukasa, they went up to his actor, hey, you want to come back? I'm like, fuck it, I'll come back. I'll always come back.
Well, you know
Like,
what? That's
we
why
made
like
these
he's
new
supposed to
legend
know this
cards. We
much.
want to sell them.
But yeah, he's basically here to pass the torch to Kaguya, just being like, you're the new Decade. So
yeah,
I'm
'cause-
really hoping from now on, in like not every year or something, but occasionally Legend will show up.
I'm sure we'll
He's
see
already-
more of Legend. It doesn't feel like
He's
his
already
arc is
showing up for a
100% done.
Gotchard thing.
Whee!
Yeah,
He's-
Legend's showing up
yeah.
for a Gojuger thing.
He said he had more to say.
Qualifies for an anniversary special.
He said he had more to say to Tsukasa, so I'm sure we've not seen the last of either of
Oh,
them.
we need a
Well,
Legend.
him and
we need
Tsukasa are showing up in
we
that
need a
Gotchard thing.
fucking Legend Decade movie. Like it's gotta happen.
For a second, I thought that was
special.
Docs in the middle.
I will say it was a really nice touch that, like, while Legend was fighting, his card got sliced up, and then after talking to Decade, he gets like a new variant of it that looks like
That
a
looks
Decade
like-
card.
Go buy the
Oh, and there's
cards,
also
everyone.
a nice small detail for that, because when Legend transform, originally he does that. When Legend transform, his belt doesn't show like the emblem and says Kamen Ride, but for this one, with the card that Decade gave him, he has the Kamen Ride label in front of him when he transforms.
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah,
Well,
Legend's fucking.
even more evidence that he's the next Decade.
Yep, no, he is. You're the next Decade.
Thanks, Cat.
I brought him back.
But speaking of cards and people getting them, literally everyone in the post-apocalyptic future gets their own Kemi card.
Which then
It's
gets
my
taken
favorite part of the
away.
movie.
And
This
then,
was
and then that one asshole in the Speedo turns to the camera and goes, "You out there in the audience with the promotional cards we probably sold you on the way in! Channel your emotions to the Gotchards!"
I
like
feel
so-
bad for the parents who go to these
I
things.
think I'm going to go on a very mini tangent here. This is the thing that resold me on the movie, because something that I think is very special about Gotchard, specifically in like the Castranger community, was how much we all loved chemis. Like we would talk, like we would consistently talk about like the new chemis as they came out. I did like a whole like tournament bracket where we voted on the best chemi. It was a ton of fun, and then they just have this moment in the movie where it's like a bunch of people appreciating the different chemis, and there's like it's like the kid who's like, "Mom, which one did you get?" like stuff, and it was a very sweet moment that like took me out of the movie in a very good way, where it's like it had me reflect on why, like a detail that I love about Gotchard that I didn't know I loved about Gotchard. I thought it was cool.
It was so funny because like as he like turns to the audience and tells them to like use their chemi cards, I was like, "Oh, where did I put mine? Where did I put mine?" I was like, "Where's the blue pop card?"
Which chemi card would you guys get?
Let me see my binder.
They're actually just over here.
UFO-X is my personal favorite, and that's because I have a very that episode where UFO-X debuts was like the episode where like Gotchard finally clicked for me. I love that episode, so I love UFO-X. I'm Sabimaru in real life.
I think Gold Dash is one of my favorites.
I've got it right here. I've got my Energial, my blue pop card that I got back when the show started.
I can't remember what it was called, but that Ice Wolf one, because you know.
Von Fenrir.
Oh,
yeah, Von Fenrir.
That's it.
Mine would have been Wrecking Robo.
Wrecking Robo's great.
Renkin Robo.
Oh, I thought you would have chosen Time Lord, Garn.
Well, that form is an Ultraman reference. He like does the Ultraman pose when he transforms.
Yeah. Well, that's why.
You know, that or Time.
No, and I'm gonna be the basic bitch because I like all them Nijigans.
Nijigan's great. I think that was what we.
I think Emily's got dibs on Nijigan.
Yeah.
Okay, where's Hopper one?
Sure.
Were there promotional cards for this movie? Like going to the theater, you get cards?
Hopper 101 and Gigant later, probably.
Of course.
You got Hopper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There's a weird thing with the cards because there's one that comes out when you watch like the movie in the first month, and then there's another set of new cards you get in the second month, and then you get different types of cards.
I think some of the promotional cards were Gavv cards because he shows up in the movie.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Gavv shows up here.
Oh yeah.
Very briefly.
Oh, which we talked about this earlier, like how this is weird in the timeline because this was episode, what did we say, like
43, 44.
Okay.
Oh.
When is Gavv happening in relation to this?
Well, it must have been after.
Okay. I can answer that. I can answer that.
The floor is yours.
When Spanner was being defeated, if you listen closely, you hear the aura curtain open.
Okay.
So what Decker is trying to imply is that this is not the same Shoma from Gavv.
This is Decade AU Shoma.
This is a alternate universe Shoma who is more experienced.
Who was a drug addict.
Okay.
Yeah, who's a drug addict because he freaking did a giant ass backflip.
Drug Shoma.
This is an alternate universe Shoma where he can't exist. He died forever.
And he gives Spanner a gummy.
Have a gummy. Have a fresh cup.
Have a fresh gummy.
What? No.
Shoma, eat fresh.
Shoma, eat shit.
Well,
yeah.
So everyone give it out a Snicker bar.
So everyone gives the Gotchards their energy, and we get the giant magical Hisatsu of giant miracle Gotchard with Gigant Liner attached to his foot.
Get trained to fucking poop.
That was like the final kick, yeah. But I actually did like that visual though of them like pulling it with the chains.
Oh yeah,
like that was a cool visual in this. I found, like, and like she was like pulling it with like with her bike.
Yeah,
Gold Dash.
He was riding Gold Dash.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. Like visually, like you felt the weight, like the physical weight of things.
So like they defeat the monster, and then as he's like retreating, he says like, "I'll go back before Kamen Riders existed," and I'm like, "So you're going to 1970?"
Oh.
Okay, like that's more evident to what I want to say at the end, like at the about the post credit scene.
It's so fucking good.
Also, I want to talk about
real quick. I want to mention. Oh, go ahead.
The final form monster design.
The big like Hades beast god.
Yeah, that looked cool. That
fucker was creepy.
That looked more like an Ultraman monster to me than like something from Kamen Rider. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wanted to say, I wrote in my notes. I wasn't really a big fan of that random girl side character, and I think it's funny because we haven't talked about her once.
No, yeah.
She's just in the movie.
Oh, the girl with the gun.
Yeah, she wasn't bad. She didn't do a bad job. I think she had a place in the movie, but I just thought it's fun. She just shows up and she's
I think her name was Ichika. She was the girl with the gun who shot it in the steam when they.
Yeah, then Minato fucking threw water at her.
They brought her in.
Your gun is no match against my magic water.
And I remember before the movie came out, people were theorizing that's Spanner and Lachese's daughter, but then the movie's like, oh, they're dead.
Good fucking luck.
They shot that down in multiple ways.
With a gun.
Yeah.
With a gun.
Who needs courage when you can have a gun?
Speaking of pairings coming out of nowhere, the fucking festival scene at the end, you see Minato and Kyoko holding hands, and I'm like, where did this come from?
Yeah, that was kind of out of nowhere.
I actually didn't notice until I rewatched it before this podcast.
And you better believe, just as the fireworks are going off, that's what dreams are made of.
I thought it was evident that they're kind of close.
I don't remember them being a thing.
I don't remember much.
I thought Kyoko and Spanner were a thing.
Whoa! What? No, Kyoko's like his adoptive mom.
They're aunts and fucking stepson.
I don't know. It's been so long. I'm not remembering the most well.
I know that Kyoko and Minato were classmates.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
with Tokyo Yongo.
I don't know. Maybe to talk about with Lane, maybe she gave him a quickie after the battle.
I wasn't gonna say it, but I was thinking it. Her knows me so well.
Or the fight is bad for the legs after the fight.
And then Spanner's eating the gummy candy. Oh man, this shit's really good. He's gonna be shaying out Gochi's afterwards. Guys, what the fuck's wrong?
I also just love over the course of the movie, Daybreak gets quote unquote reunited with his Kudo when he realizes her soul's in the Sun card, which is hilarious because by using the card, Kudo will be closer to Hotaro's dick than ever before.
Oh my goodness!
Ichi.
She's 16.
He's 17.
And he's
and drags him out.
Let's go forth together into the future, dead girlfriend card.
I'm not your girlfriend.
No, they're just friends.
I like my women like I like my Yu-Gi-Oh! In card form.
God damn it.
Wait a minute, your soul's in the card? Proceeds to rip it. Oh, I thought that would have released her.
No. Nope, she's in hell now.
Ichi, at least when I was simping over Renge, at least she's of age.
Hey, I didn't say I was simping over.
That's true.
But we get the beautiful thing, Rene shows up in Hotaro's in the classroom, and it's just what's wrong? It's oh, I'm just worried about Daybreak. He went back to the past to go stop the Hades King. Hades King, that's his name,
the
right?
monsters that suck ass.
And it's just I hope he's all right. She takes out the book. She read as the child. The one that her dad would read her about the great alchemist. And it's revealed that the great alchemist was Daybreak.
Which is awesome.
Dun, dun.
It's really cool.
Okay. It was cool.
I mean, the book was called Alchemist of the Daybreak. That was pretty guessable. I'm pretty sure we called that.
I like that it is Hotaro. I think that's something that is really meaningful to the story.
I also just love that when they show the monster, you hear a quick little
yeah.
No, that to me is ingenious.
I like that.
How far ahead did they have to think about this? Hasegawa probably thought about this.
They thought more about it than the dad, I'll say that.
Gar, I have something more to support that.
What?
Because because when that happened, I fucking cried at the end of the movie.
Aww.
And then it confirmed that Daybreak is one of my favorite Gotchard characters.
Aww.
And then it hit me. Wait, if it weren't for Daybreak, Gotchard never happened.
Yeah.
It's the chart that I think.
He single-handedly saves the show multiple times.
If it weren't for Daybreak, he wouldn't defeat the Dark King before. He wouldn't seal the Dark King in the main timeline, and he wouldn't save himself so that the timeline would set to not happen. How the set to where Daybreak happens.
Yeah, no.
So
that all
Daybreak
checks out.
basically saved Gotchard.
Daybreak went through the shit, lost everything, but still held strong at the end and saved. Because that's what heroes do.
Time to go buy the Daybreak figure and belt. Because I said it.
I will say it's a very subtle way to make this show overall more of a clever story than it appears.
And that's something else.
Yeah.
Like I brought this up earlier. Like when I was watching this movie, and I'll extend this to Gotchard in general. It dawned on me. It's like most of the time when we're watching movies like this, me in particular, I can't get into them as much because they don't feel like movies. You know, like they're not structured that well. They're not paced well. Like some of the content aside, I'm watching this movie. I'm like, this is structured very well. This is paced well. Like like things are happening as they should in a movie.
Yep.
I missed some of the details if I didn't know what Gotchard was, of course, but you know, I was following.
Yeah.
The pacing got better for me. I think the pacing in like the second half is a lot better. I think the pacing in the first half is like a little noticeably not great, but it gets good.
Yeah, the setup isn't as good because again, it's operating under the belief you know what this is. You know,
I think the main constriction is it's an hour and being like double billed with the Boonboomger movie or
that'll always
airing around the same time. So I think that like if this were a real movie, it probably would have been like 90 minutes, and then that first half would not have felt as like rushed. It would have been a little slower. We would have taken a little more time to get to the future and explain things. I think it would have been, but I agree. I think the pacing, like the structure of the movie, is engaging and fun to watch.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to
pretty solid movie, I think overall.
Also, shout out to Godzilla -1 because if it weren't for that movie, Hasegawa wouldn't have wrote Future Daybreak.
Wow.
Oh.
Wait, what? How?
So basically, so the story about this this is in another book of like that from behind the scene of post Gotchard stuff. One of the things that they note about the movie was that after Hasegawa watched Godzilla -1, he knew how he wanted to set the tone for the Daybreak movie.
Interesting.
Cool.
It always comes back to Godzilla.
Godzilla -1 makes things better.
I still think that the Geetstar movie stays undefeated as my favorite like Reiwa movie specifically, but I enjoyed this. I think this was as a Gotchard fan, I'm very happy that I watched this movie.
As a Gotchard fan, I fucking love this movie.
As someone lukewarm on Gotchard, I thought it was pretty solid.
Yeah, movie was cool. Gotchard, you're all right.
And I'm giving this a 6 out of 10.
Giving this 5 hopper ones.
Give this 2 thumbs up. 1.5 thumbs up.
Give a thumb sideways.
Yeah, thumb and a sideways.
1 thumb up, 1 thumb sideways.
You get the gist.
All right. Well, that will be. Oh, sorry. Do you have?
Well, everyone else gave their recommendation.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, Gar.
I really love this movie. It's, for me, this is the gold standard. It should be a gold standard of how to write a movie for a show, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Because think of it, we grew up in the generation of kids shows getting the big theatrical movie treatment. You don't really see that anymore, but they should have a standard.
Yeah.
This movie took the chance of like, what do they not do? Well, they don't travel. They don't really travel a whole lot. Where are they going to go? The future. How are we going to do it? Just
time train.
Magical train bullshit without Deno involved.
To expand on that, to expand on that, I think that this is like a good Toku movie because it's not like it's one where it's like, you know, a lot of Toku movies are kind of just like extra things. It's like, oh, they had to have a summer movie, but this was a Toku movie that was like, hey, we didn't really explore what the future, what like the orange Gotchard, the mysterious orange Gotchard was, and it's like that's something that you can watch all of Gotchard and completely ignore, but then when you watch this movie, you get really cool context for that. It's just a great bonus side material.
It was worth the payoff.
it was really great because I remember thinking like after Daybreak debuted and then was ignored. I'm like, no, I want to know more about Daybreak. That guy's cool.
If anything, this just makes me double down. Rackley's movie, please.
Yes!
Come on!
We already got the Hercules side special, but
What the movie?
Hercules movie would be killer.
Where's the Hercules movie? On Pornhub.
Whoa.
So, what are we doing here?
No. I don't know. It's getting late. It's been a long episode.
We need to wrap
Jackson
up.
and Decker, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Now get back into your Kemi cards until next time when we talk about the deck.
Don't make me watch fucking Gotchard.
Silence Pikachu
Don't
and
make
Eevee.
me go back there.
Maybe we'll bring you guys back when, Spanner finally gets his own movie, which is the Graduations
Yeah,
movie.
Graduate when Spanner gets killed by what's she likes.
Listen, I'll talk about Gotchard any day. But that movie sounds stupid. That movie sounds so stupid. It's called Graduations, and it's about Spanner Groundhog Day. Does
that mean we get 6 more weeks of Gotchard?
Oh no.
I hope. That's the future that I'll daybreak.
Oh, God. Anyway, Jikai, Radio Sentai Castranger. Next week is the Boonboomger finale, so that's going to be our topic next week, talking about the series as a whole.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's that time of year.
It's great. There. Can I go home?
Fucking solid.
Can I go work on Ultra Ranger content?
It was nerd.
Back in the mines.
Get your Kemi card while you're at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, join us.
I'm the Kemi master.
Are you the Kemi master?
Master of all.
Are you the Gotchard holder?
All right. We got to wrap this up. So, everyone listening, thank you for listening, watching, favoriting, liking, sharing, subscribing, hitting the bell, and being awesome. As always, the primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. I'm pulling up the list of patrons because I forgot that last time. Active. Okay, active patrons. Shout out Blaze, Armorhide, Sentai VT, Midas the Fool, Vegas Bear, and Locke. Thank you very much for supporting what we do. Let us know what you thought of these episodes in the movie in the comments. Let us know what you would like us to talk about in the near future. And as always, we will see you next week.
Future is not written.
Gotcha.
Daybreak.
You can't change your future, but you can change your tomorrow.